Andrew was out at our BDM appreciation event with 3 different pinball machines. Oh, gee.
Hold on, let's analyze. You want to analyze that for a second? A machine. Were you thinking Walking Dead? Michonne.
3 machines.
Michonne. Oh, my God.
Okay, 3 pinball machines.
Do you know I had a dream where Michonne from Walking Dead, I had a threesome with her. It was me, Andrea, and Michonne.
Okay, well, I had the same dream, but it was with her zombie brothers.
Oh, yeah.
They have no tongues.
Stinks in here.
Anyway, the Pinball Dudes and Andrew are awesome. Here's Andrew's number, 321-591-1062. He brought 3 different machines out to the anniversary
One
event.
of them was that brand new
Pokemon, yeah.
Pokemon. Stern's the only pinball, creator that's doing the word on the street is that this one, because you can collect them all and you can kind of keep up with it on your phone.
Yeah.
I don't even know if there's even one in the wild yet. I'm sure that if there is, the Pinball Dudes will have it.
Yeah, for a business, this is great because Andrew will rent them to you and come switch them out every quarter or whenever you want. So you could have one in your lobby every quarter. I know that when we talked to Mayor Buddy Dyer, he was like, I want one at the mayor's office.
Let's talk about that for a second. It's disappointing when that's the first thing the mayor says to you. He's like, hey, is that a pinball machine back there? People, do you know how many comments?
They like it.
We have like 9 comments on our YouTube that are like, why does he only care about the pinball? But he's a fun guy. He's a fun guy.
And you could do this at your home and business. You could rent them out. I would personally buy one, and then you have it and a holder value.
They do.
So you could resell it back to Andrew, but he offers a rental program that's great for a business or house.
Or you can upgrade it. Like, let's say you buy one at the lowest level. You can buy pieces to add on to it to make it better.
Yeah. He could do a lot. Buy, sell, trade. They have a huge showroom right there in South Florida and Jupiter. You can go to thepinballdudes.net and see it. He offers free delivery for any Tom and Dan listener. If you purchase a pinball machine, that's awesome. It'll deliver to you, set it up.
Indeed.
Rent, buy. It's thepinballdudes.net. Welcome to A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I am Dan. We're live on Twitch and YouTube. Come on over and hang out. Just search for @Tom and Dan Live. If you watch podcasts, and a lot of people do, it's fun. We have a lot of behind-the-scenes conversations, and you get to see the guests come and go and kind of see how a real, I guess at this point, we are a real podcasting house. Like, we're a podcasting, studio, and you can watch it live.
I'm a real boy.
You're a real boy. You are a real boy. That is exactly what Redneck Pinocchio and how he would say it if he found out. He would say it just like that. He'd be, I'm a real boy. Hold on a goddamn minute. I'm a real boy.
So with us in studio, old friend of ours, was an intern of mine.
Yes. I don't think I fully got him as an intern because if I'm and he's going to help me out here with the details.
Yeah.
I'm almost positive that he had started, and I was kind of there, and I was in the middle of working my deal out that didn't work out, and I was like, well, I'm never coming back in. And then I think I saw you maybe 2 days. I think I saw you 1 or 2 days.
I saw you one time.
Well, yes.
And then you were gone.
I saw him.
So this was it was December. You left in December.
Yeah.
And then you were just gone.
Yeah, no, that's exactly. I saw you one day, and I was like, oh, this is cool. We got a cool intern. And you're a cool intern, and I never got a chance to even. And then he was like your buddy. And then I would argue that our friend Phil, who's here today, knows more about the stress level, what you were going through, what was happening betwing you and I than almost anybody. You were there.
Probably
watching.
didn't even notice that there was anything wrong with
you. You were watching it though, right?
No, Tom, you really were at wit's end, but you were stressed. You were checking out big time. You would just leave.
Yeah, this is what I wanted. This is what I wanted.
I already knew how to run the board.
Yeah.
So you're just like, I'm going to go do something.
No, you went to Chick-fil-A. He texted me one time. He said, I'm going to go to Chick-fil-A and get breakfast for me and Phil.
Yeah, so this is before
you got
Angel.
breakfast for him and Phil. You got and I think that's the ballsiest move I've ever heard of in radio. He's producing $1 million radio show. He's like, I need breakfast. I'm out. I'm out.
I'm going to leave the intern here. He'll do it. It's fine. Better than me.
And because they
you knew more than I did.
And Phil, because they knew he was sad or disgruntled or whatever, they kind of knew what was happening. They weren't going to say anything to him. They're like, where is he? We can't say anything. He's got us by the balls.
What a
AC/DC.
weird... I was just thinking, you knew more about how to run the board and then technology than I did. which you were my intern and I was a producer.
Why do you think I didn't sweat the EAS test? I knew Phil had it. I knew Phil had it. He's fine.
So Phil Bird's here, and so I saw this on social media, Phil. So let's start from the beginning. Let's talk about going back to your internship, because we got a minute here, and I want to.
We got plenty of time. Give him all the time
to tell the story, because I think it's an important story for people to hear, and you need some help too, and we'll get to all that. But how you became the podcast doctor, and you got into helping other people with the podcast, but after the internship, and how long did you intern for me at the time?
So Daniel left, I believe it was December of 12.
Yep,
okay,
right.
Yep.
I literally came in as he was leaving, and I was there for almost a year and a half.
At first, they were going to do a swap, and what I mean by that is, when a kid's pet dies, and you go and you find a pet that looks exactly like the other pet, and you swap it out. They were going to do Clear Channel's bright idea was to do a Daniel swap, and they were going to use Phil.
It was close enough.
They're like, it'll work. I promise, it'll work.
It's the opposite. You see, so and then you went through all the other interns. There was that. There was a very good-looking...
Yeah, Dana, we're still cool.
Oh, you still talk to her?
Yeah. He's about to air it out. Do you hear that?
No.
She's famous now, man.
No, she's a news reporter.
What do you mean she's famous now?
She's famous.
Is this the one you say that if you hadn't have talked to her at the time, she wouldn't be on TV? Is that...
No. I did very little to help her career. In fact, almost zero. Except for the fact that I was like, you can do whatever you want.
Is she the one that thought Kramer was cute?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
And then she also...
My memory's coming back to me.
And then I also I was like, man, I wish I was like Matt Lauer.
Wow! Whoa! I didn't expect that. Wow. I don't know what the hell's happening right now. That is not what I expected. Hold on, let me have a sip of my American Dew.
Hair plugs.
Oh my God!
Lock the door.
Lock the door so you can't get out of here.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. I apologize.
Yeah, you shouldn't have said that. And I'm the guy that likes saying things you shouldn't say, and that one I'm like, whoa. A lot of the ladies in the chat room were taken aback. You rattled them
I didn't say it was. I just said I wish.
You never go full hour. What are you doing?
If you're a true monster, you could have monster benefits.
Yeah, monster energy drink. That's what I say.
Yeah, you're not going to be. If you're not a monster, then nothing.
Not all monsters are bad. Monster energy.
Well, there's no good of having a very good-looking intern. It's just might as well be Phil.
Well, should no? Here's what I would argue: should no doors have locks? Is that where we're at now? No locks on doors.
All right, let's get to it. So, Phil, let's talk about. You became the podcast doctor. You started your own business, which I've been following, by the way, and we've talked before. Which you still have, and now this is your primary business.
Yeah.
You made that step.
Congratulations, man. That's awesome.
Thank you.
And I will tell everybody, Phil knows what he's doing. He knew like I said, he knew more than me.
He's more patient than we are, too. He can help you out.
He was my intern. You're really good at what you do.
He would tell me that if I can sing your praises for a second. It was important to have somebody good there as your intern because you were able to kind of manage the amount of stress that was going on there. It was like it was amazing having somebody that already knew how to do it.
Yeah, and also, Phil, I knew you were going to be successful because of your drive and your
hard worker,
your work ethic. Like Phil used to, I believe when you were interning, you were working all night, or like your other job.
You had multiple jobs. I thought.
Yeah, I had also had two full-time jobs.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, I remember Tom telling me that. He's like, this guy's got it all. He's just going to work his ass off.
But like you're working for free as an intern, then you're going and doing two full-time jobs. You got a family.
By the way, that is the way you used to make it. Like people would do that. Like I'm going to school, I have an internship, and I work two jobs.
Yeah. I was like, and a lot of times I'm like, and that's internal. Like your work ethic, you got to that place. When I see that, I'm like, this person, no matter what, will do something.
Yeah.
I'm like, there's people that I see sometimes in life. I'm like, well, you're going to do nothing because you're not trying at all, but I'm
why did I always get those interns? I choose to leave the radio station. We get a good intern.
And it doesn't guarantee
it's
success.
fake, though. It's fate.
Yeah, I guess you don't get to choose it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just the people that have that grinding mentality, that work ethic. I'm like, it doesn't guarantee success because there's some luck involved, just like poker of life.
It also doesn't guarantee that at some point, even though you're a hard worker and you work hard and you're good at what you do, that you may not end up needing help at some point.
Yeah, no, 100%.
It doesn't.
Well, there's
you know
things
what I mean?
that are beyond your control. So let's talk about that, Phil, because I want to promote your website, kidneyforphil.com. And so
FOR, not the number 4, kidney for Phil, PHIL.com.
Yes. And tell us, because you're a bigger guy when you interned. You lost 140 pounds.
You look great, man.
Yeah.
You look unbelievable.
Thank you.
So tell us how, the beginning of this journey.
All right. So for me being a bigger dude, I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes when I was 13.
Okay.
So at 13, I was over 300 pounds.
So you've been battling this for a minute, or at least you know your way around having some sort of a medical
but
thing.
the thing is that I noticed is that we don't take care of ourselves, especially as black men. We don't really take care of ourselves. I was so focused on taking care of my family.
Yeah.
I was so focused on taking care of the bills. I was so focused on taking care of everything else. Yep. Me was just on the back burner.
Yeah, you don't care.
Right?
You're just like, who cares about what I have all these other people that depend on me, and I'm going to worry. Like you said, your own health, you forget.
And culturally, this is a bit more of an epidemic on the black side of things. And I will say, because somehow my Twitter algorithm is black Twitter, and they are constantly talking about exactly what you're saying about not taking care of your health.
Yeah.
It's not literally, that's not the stereotype you get there,
Yeah.
Yeah, and we need it.
Yeah, and I mean, us as black men, we either work ourselves to death, because we have to, just to take care of our families. Like, look at. I'm going a little off tangent here, but look at the older black families. The dad died way early because he probably worked himself to death, didn't take care of himself because he was taking care of the family.
Yeah.
But I respect that so much, Phil. When I see that,
even though he's dying, I want to high five him. Good job, buddy.
If you work yourself to death, you earned a gold star.
But we also grew up in households. I mean, one of the reasons this show stays together, to go back to what you were saying about, we left in 2012. One of the reasons I think it hangs together, and I'm not saying it's a good thing. It can be a good thing, but you and I came from households where hard work was valued very high. Very high.
Yeah. So I, just not being able to take care of myself or not thinking about taking care of myself was a real contributing factor to the decline of my health, really. And a lot of things were just going unnoticed. My body was screaming essentially at me for so many years, and I just thought it just came with being heavy.
Right. And I think a lot of heavier people can fall into that sort of trap too. Because everybody's different, and we forget that.
Absolutely. So fast forward some years, I was at iHeart until around 2015. So after I left the Monsters, I went to the sports station.
Oh, nice.
And then after the sports station, I went to ESPN. So I was at ESPN until 2019.
Okay.
Right? So at that point, I was probably 400 pounds.
Oh, wow.
Right?
Wow, I didn't know you got that big.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Yeah, I was probably 400 pounds because I was still also working 2 full-time jobs, driving, not sleeping.
Yeah.
So obviously I'm working overnight and then working during the day and also working at ESPN. I'm just eating whatever I could.
Oh, if you're driving, my dad, it's the worst thing. I mean, look at truckers, over-the-road salesperson. They just eat garbage.
Yeah, not taking care of myself. I started losing weight because some guy at one of my jobs lost like 60 pounds, and he was like 60 years old. And I was like, well, let me try what you're trying. So he went to like a weight loss clinic or whatever.
Nice.
And I lost 50 pounds in like a month. I was this wasn't... I actually tried.
Right.
And it wasn't hard. I was like, I can do this. And then that's when I actually, I felt different, like in my mind. I didn't realize the type of brain fog that you have when you're super, super morbidly obese. It's literally like a lazy...
Even your thoughts are fat.
Yes.
You get that's what that's science. That's what they call it. They call it fat thoughts.
Yes. It's
you get fat thoughts, they're cloudy up there. It's like, there's fat. There's like there's globules of fat within your thoughts.
It's more of a gravy.
It's a gravy. Thought gravies. Yeah.
I think Daniel's right there.
No,
but
I've never read.
Yeah. I decided to not renew my contract at ESPN because I had this idea. And I was still helping people with their podcast, right?
Also, I'm at ESPN, when the 400-pound guy's like, okay, he's leaving, they're like, okay, good.
Yeah, right.
Because we're ESPN, right? We want the lean people here. Lean.
Luckily, it was radio, so it wasn't.
Oh, I know all about radio.
Yeah. So I decided to not renew my contract because I wanted to help people with their podcasting, and I wanted to help businesses because that was a new avenue back then. This is in 2019.
Yeah, man.
It was a new avenue back then. And I was like, I already know all this stuff. I come to people's house, fix their things up, and then set up for it. I was like, well, all right, I'm not going to renew my contract. Let me go ahead and start the Podcast Doctor. So I created the Podcast Doctor. And then I left ESPN. I blew up immediately. Like immediately, I blew up. But I was just focused on businesses.
Nice.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because
they all wanted to have someone come set up their podcast because they didn't know.
People would hit us up too. It'd be funny. They'd be like, "Hey, what do you think of this podcast?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, he's good. Like we'll vouch for you."
I mean, cool, man.
Yeah, we would vouch for you. It's funny that your name was getting tossed around a lot. That's
great. That's great.
I wanted to be the podcast doctor, but it turns out that I was like, I just go to your house and be like, all right, search on YouTube how.
You know what you can be?
And then we'll read it together, and then we'll do what that guy says.
I will allow you to be podcast chiropractor.
There you go.
How about that?
Oh yeah, that's good. I'll crack your neck.
Yeah.
It'll feel good. I'm not doing anything.
I'm making you feel better through just mumbo jumbo.
Yeah, that's why I wrote that down. Podcast chiropractor.
I insulted a lot of people with that joke. A lot of people get mad. When
That's fine.
Yeah, you make fun of religion or chiropractors, people mad.
Hey, he's insulting me too.
Thank you. That's a good business partner.
So, Podcast Doctor starts to blow up because you're offering good service, and a lot of people want it at that time. Yeah.
Yep, starts to blow up, and then COVID happened, so I pretty much lost all my clients and all that stuff. So I eventually had to adapt.
They all died of COVID.
Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much. Had to adapt the business, change my business model to not focus on corporations anymore. Because I'll be honest, corporate podcasts are boring and they don't have soul.
Yeah.
And this is the pendulum, Dan, you know this, it's a pendulum, right?
It is.
So, back in 2019, 2020, a lot of corporations decided, this is a good advertising opportunity for us, so let's get in on podcasting.
Yeah.
So I used that to make a bunch of money, but then I wasn't feeling it. So, then the pendulum swings back, and then now you have all the celebrities with their podcast, and then you swing back to where we're at now, to where there's still a lot of celebrities, but now I think everyday people are catching up again, because now they have the tools. They have the tools to where that if you're a celebrity, you're not outpricing them because you have better equipment. But I think there's now avenues like me that can help people be at that same level as them. And so
it's very easy to do, and Phil, and again, if you're in need, I mean, Phil can help you out, better than anybody can.
Consumer grade electronics and podcasting equipment is so high at this point that you could sound like every professional podcast.
Yeah. But the barrier is so low now. The barrier for entry is so low.
Yes,
It's so low, but people are still get overwhelmed, which is why I help you. So you don't even need to have a multi-$1,000 studio.
No.
You can come to me. I'll just take care of everything for you, and then I'll give you your episode by the time you leave. Which has been great. And I feel
That's
like
awesome.
regular people tell better stories than celebrities and stuff. I've had to turn down celebrities because I just don't want the vibe that they bring.
Yeah. Celebrities may have an interesting life based on their career, but they're not broadcasters. So then it's like, I've seen that a lot. Some are good at it, and those are the ones that are successful usually, but some are not good broadcasters.
No.
And so you're like, oh, okay.
That Julian Edelman garbage. That was, and I like him, but that podcast was hard to listen to, man.
In the clips, it seems like he's getting a little better, like with the reps, but they're kind of forcing it with him and Gronk. Like, he should just he should be with one of his friends. Like,
I tend to stay away from celebrity podcasts for the most part. I really stay away from them just because maybe it's just a personal thing for me. It's just that I felt like and Dan, you may feel like this because you were an early adopter with this. Is that podcasting was meant for other people? Yeah, it was more of a grassroots thing. It wasn't meant for the people who already have access to everybody else.
A lot of the punk rock of it got sucked out a little bit. It used to feel a little more like underground, a little more like punk rock or underground hip hop or something like that. Like it felt like what you were doing was almost like not everybody could attain it, and now there are full companies that will, and by the way, don't use them, use Phil, because there are companies that will try to set you up with like, oh, we can one-stop shop your podcast, and they'll just steal your money. Don't do that.
Oh my God.
Do not do that.
The price, this is what I want you guys to do when we get off air. I want you to just check and see the prices for some of these like other studios.
Oh,
and
I
stuff.
know.
Oh yeah.
Oh, my-
yeah. We've seen
It's insane.
Oh my gosh.
people. You know how mad I am, Phil, when people tell me some big business or whatever tells me how much money they spent to hire some company to do a podcast for them. I'm like, what?
Happened last week.
I'm
My
like-
mouth is shut.
Me and Daniel could have done that, and by that I mean Daniel.
That's fine.
But I'm making the deal. There's got to be a middleman.
Make the deal.
I gotta make it. But
Yeah.
he can do all this. The same thing you're talking about. What the hell are they doing? They're charging
Thousands of dollars.
They are R-wording you.
Yeah.
And I mean the other R word that's forceful. You know what I mean?
Oh, I know. All right. You know what? You confused me, but you got me back.
You brought me.
Yeah, you brought me back.
I thought you had me at first, but
I don't
Yeah,
wanna say
you
it.
brought me
Yeah.
back. And the other one can be forceful as well. Very strong people. Very strong people.
All right.
So you got to be careful.
So Phil,
Yeah.
I want to get to the kidney for Phil.
Thank you. Okay.
So when did you find out about that?
So I knew I had kidney disease for a while. It just comes with the territory of being fat and black, right?
And
but
diabetes?
it wasn't and having diabetes. It wasn't alerting until just recently, right? So I was probably stage 2, maybe for like 4 years.
And you didn't know, or you sort of knew?
I did know that I had stage 2, but so your basic. It's called a GFR. It's like general filtration rate. It's on a scale of like 100, right? 100 is obviously perfect.
Yeah.
Right? So stage 2, it was like 70, maybe 60%, which is okay, right?
And you can go on.
Yeah,
with
you can go-
I went through a little bit of this with my grandfather, my
Yeah.
pop as his kidneys went down. Like he knew they were
Deteriorating, yes.
deteriorating, but sometimes and the doctor said they could hold at 70% for a long time,
Forever.
and forever. Yeah, for your
Yeah.
lifespan and stuff. So
And so I started. So I recently lost all the weight again. I had the gastric surgery in 2020, so I lost all my weight. Right.
Nice.
So and I gained something back, but I lost it again. Anyway, so I noticed starting in last July that I was getting really, really bad acne on my face. I mean, you guys can see that, right? I don't normally have acne.
Yeah.
Right. And so I'm a picker and a squeezer.
Okay.
Right. So I'm the
And a
one.
midnight pleaser.
Yeah.
All right, I don't know. I'm sorry.
put that in AI. Write that song.
With
Yeah.
my beard,
Daniel, make a
whenever
song
somebody
about that.
starts saying Steve Millerman lyrics, I have to yell them out. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So I'm a squeezer, right? And so I noticed it wasn't like goo coming out. It was just hard and just bruising my skin.
Yeah.
So and it's all over my body. Right? So you see on my elbows?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you all see that on camera
Yeah,
there?
yeah,
You
we
see
got
on my elbows?
So you're like, why is this happening?
Yeah, it's all my chest.
Yeah, you're like, what's
It's on
up
my
with
back, my legs, my scalp. So if I shave my head, you'll see it on my scalp too, right? And so I'm like, what the F is this? What's
Yeah.
going on? And they're painful.
Okay.
They're sore. So I went to my dermatologist, right? And he's like, bro, I don't know what this is. We're going to have to do a biopsy, right? So that they do a biopsy. I wait in limbo for 3 weeks because I'm just like, okay.
Sure.
So then he comes back and he tells me, he's like, your condition is something that's I've never really seen before. It's associated with something called perforating dermatosis, right? And perforating dermatosis is a telltale sign of end-stage renal failure. So he's like, you should go see a nephrologist because this is out of our scope. And I said, word?
Yeah.
Right?
And you're off there fast. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay,
done.
let me make an appointment. Go see my nephrologist because I have a nephrologist.
You handled it way cooler than I would have. I would be I'm panicking.
Yeah.
Immediately, anxiety, crazy-mo. I'm like, oh God.
Oh, what do you think I'd be doing? I'd be naked, Comey 2012, be laying out there naked, be hitting stop signs, freaking out, yelling and screaming, barfing everywhere.
So I go to my nephrologist.
Also, your doctor sounded cool, or was that just you doing the voice of your doctor?
No, that doctor was cool, man.
Yeah, he sounded cool.
The dermatologist, look him up. His name is Justin Fujo. He's
right.
a cool. He's like a cool Trinidad.
Shout
he's
out.
Like he's
Yeah.
very handsome too.
There you go.
right?
There you go.
Dr. Fujo.
Yeah.
Hey.
But so I go to my nephrologist and I do the blood work and they come back and they tell me, they say, he's like, Phil, your kidney function is at 14%, which is stage 5 kidney failure.
Jesus,
Okay.
Phil, man.
And so I got hit with that and I'm like, all right, now what? And he's like, well, there's 2 options. We can put you on a dialysis which is gonna suck hard.
Yeah.
You'll be occupied 3 times a week, 4 hours at a time, and it's going to physically drain the hell out of you. You won't be able to work. You won't be able to do pretty much any activities. You're going to be miserable. Or we can find you a living donor, right? You can, obviously, deceased donor works too, but we want you to try to get a living donor. I'm like, well, how do I do that?
Yeah. That's a great question.
And he's like, well, I know what you do. Because he follows me.
Yeah.
I know what you do. So you should probably reach out to your audience and see if it's something that the community can rally around and see if it's something that they can help you with, because I don't want you on dialysis, because I know your lifestyle. You're a very hard worker. You take care of your family. You have a special needs child. You need to be active.
Yeah.
And if you're on a dialysis, you're not going to be active. So the rest of your life may suffer.
Yeah, and you can't, I mean, bingo, let's dial back into the special needs child, especially.
Yeah.
That requires a lot of your time.
Yeah, and my son is 13. He'll be 14 this year, and he is huge. He weighs more than me now, and he's just about 6 foot. He's nonverbal, so he's now what you would call it profound autism.
Okay.
Before they would say he's stage 3 or severely autistic. It's now profound autism. Which means he is very low on the spectrum. He's nonverbal. He's violent. He needs assistance in everything that he does, whether it's using the bathroom, putting his clothes on.
So dad is
eating.
required. Yeah.
Dad needs to be there all day. Same with mom. Right?
There you go.
And so having a child with profound autism and me being gone with dialysis and just out, that's really not an option we want to pursue. So he's like, you should probably reach out to your audience and maybe they can help you. You know, the community loves you. You're a community pillar. And me hearing that was harder than getting the news, because I'm like, damn. People see me as Phil. They see me as the hard worker. They see me as the guy that helps everybody else. They see me as this. They see me as that. I don't want to be like, help me.
And then, you're not used to asking for help yourself. Yeah.
I never ask for help. I normally just find a way to get something done, and then I either do it or I fail at doing it, right?
Yeah.
And so me being able to say, hey, I need help, and I was struggling with it for a day, and then the very next day my mom died. 2 days later. So I heard on a Tuesday.
You're painting a rough picture, Phil.
So you got your news.
On a Tuesday.
On a Tuesday, and then on a Thursday.
On a Thursday, my mom died.
I'm so sorry, man. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
That's too much for anybody to take.
You think. You think,
And you also had, quit your job to start.
The same week, because I just was feeling the weight of this life before any of this, right?
Yeah.
Before the kidney diagnosis, before my mom, I was at a fork in the road in my life.
Already there, yeah.
The job I had was paying me very well, doing what I did, but I was also handcuffed because I was dedicating 40, 50 hours a week to them.
Right.
And I'm like, I love the people, so I'm not saying they were a great company.
Yeah.
Belden Communications, can I plug them?
Yeah,
great marketing agency.
If they treated you well, then they should be celebrated.
I really should. Yeah, they are a really, really great company. They're a marketing agency out in Port Orange. If you guys are a small business and need help, please contact them. Anyway, that was really tough for me because I'm used to having a paycheck. I'm used to relying on that paycheck every week to pay my bills and do all that stuff. And so me just saying, hey, I need to focus on other things was hard too. Cause I'm like, in my back of my head, I'm like, how am I going to pay a rent? How am I going to pay? I have a studio.
I don't even know if you've said it here, and maybe that's subconscious, but I have yet to hear you say, I needed to worry about me.
Exactly. Yeah,
like subconsciously, he has not said that since he's been here, and that's something that I think we would all do. But you haven't said that. But that's what you're trying to say, right? You needed to take care of Phil.
I needed to take.
When's the last time you even thought about that, man?
Well, besides recently,
because you've always been taking care of your family. I mean, that's always been your thing.
That's always been my thing. And I think we as men, that's how we value. That's how we measure our value. Is how we take care of our family.
And that can be dysfunctional sometimes,
It
right?
can.
Yeah.
It can be, because we are the pillars in our family, but it's always like, my dad told me this. He said, when something's done right, people think nothing was done at all. So,
right.
And so now when something isn't right, everything feels off. It's like the walls. You don't really notice the walls are up until they're not there anymore, and then everything comes down.
Yeah.
How did you decide? Okay, you get your news, and how do you decide? Okay, well, I'm just. I got to make a website. How did you decide to just get going? How'd you hit the ground running, I guess, so to speak?
So after I found out my mom passed away,
But you still got to handle all of that, I'm guessing.
Yeah. Luckily, my sister, she's awesome. She handled everything that had to do with the death of my mother.
Gotcha.
So she handled that, and I knew it was coming. She was dealing with Alzheimer's and dementia, but she was only 65.
Oh my God, man.
She was only 65, and she just deteriorated, So that was almost, at a sense, relieving, because A, she didn't know about my kidney stuff. I never told her. And B, she's not going through that anymore.
Right, right.
So it's like I felt like I took a shower and just stepped out of the shower, but didn't dry off. So I was still wet in it.
Yeah.
Right? And so I was like, okay, here's my scenario. Left my job, have stage 5 kidney disease, mom died, need to find donor. All right. Now I went into, let me utilize my skills and reach out to the community.
Yeah.
So I decided to go live on my Facebook. I didn't tell anybody what was happening. I just made a live event on my Facebook, and I said I have something to share with everybody. So I went live on my Facebook. I went live for about 40 minutes. I did like an 8-minute monologue just explaining everything, and then I opened up my phone lines and people called me, and I was just giving general information too. Because a lot of people have heard about donations, just in general organ donations, but they may just not have a lot of information regarding it. So I was also providing information that I just learned as well, and also just getting it out there too. And I had people calling in telling me how I impacted their lives that I even forgot about, and that's just me. And so that was very relieving. I felt really good after that, and I feel like, okay, so this is what I need to do. So that's when I built the website and started to move forward with the promotion.
Yeah.
Okay. So now, what's your next step? Obviously, promoting live donor and getting the word out is important as anything. But what's the next step health-wise for you? How long can you go with that dialysis? I know and this is the only experience I have with my grandfather. I helped him through this, and he went to dialysis. Obviously, he was 88 or 89. So he wasn't getting a donor at that age. And then so with his dialysis, and he was able to, it was 3 days a week, and I'd take him, which, by the way, I've talked about this before. He wouldn't watch the TV, and I tried to tell him that, Papa, why don't you just watch Fox News or whatever?
He even gave stuff he liked, yeah.
Do you want me to bring you an iPad and put boxing on there?
Yeah.
Because I know
some old Westerns?
Yeah, Westerns and boxing. He's like, no, I'm just going to stare forward for 4 hours.
Oh, he was raw dogging. He was raw dogging on dialysis.
Yeah.
And he raw dogging dialysis.
He raw dogged dialysis.
did.
And I'd be sitting there looking
He would text me. He'd be like, "Oh my God, he's just looking into nothing."
I'd be on my phone just scrolling away, like for the damn 4 hours.
Eyes open, right? You would tell me eyes open. It's not like he's falling asleep.
No,
that's different. He's not asleep.
He wouldn't take a nap.
He's on watch, like a military man. He's on watch.
And I'm like, at least face the TV. He's just raw dogging dialysis.
If I watch TV, it's going to get worse.
No, he's literally eyes open, waiting for Nazis. Like looking around. Where are they? I'll kill them dead. There's Nazis.
But so I'll be honest with you, okay? I'll be 39 this year. My youth is still a benefactor. Like, I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm
you
healthy
you
for
do
the
not
most part.
look 39. So
if this was happening when you were 89, you'd
different.
Because it was affecting him a lot. Even his got down to below 10% or around there, and then it was like he was getting sick.
It crashes.
He was
It'll
retaining
crash.
fluid in his lungs and stuff. Like his body was getting swollen. There's a lot of things that happen now.
So I'll be honest though, if I do nothing, it's not survivable. It's absolutely not survivable.
Yeah.
My kidney function is at 14%. I'm going to try and do everything I need to do to maintain that and avoid dialysis. But if I absolutely do nothing, if I don't get on dialysis and I don't find a donor, less than 5 years.
Okay.
And so, but you, as of right now, you're not feeling anything at the 14%. Like, if that means like you're still, and I guess it's probably like if they were operating 100%, you'd probably be like, oh, I did feel it. You can't.
I can't. Yeah, it's hard for me to measure because I felt like something else for so long.
Correct.
And then now that I don't feel like that, I feel amazing. But I'm still probably hurting because of it.
Yeah. You're benefiting from losing 140 pounds, and you're like, well, I feel way better than I did at 140 pounds heavier. But so then I don't know what I would feel like being this way and at 100%.
Yeah. So I do have some lower back pain, which is kidney pain. My pee is foamy, like my urine is foamy. I have brain fog. Brain fog is bad. Brain fog is really, really bad.
Foamy pee is not one I had on my bingo card.
Yeah, foamy pee. If you guys notice that your pee is getting a little foamy, go get checked because that's a telltale
mine's
sign.
Real foamy.
Yeah. This guy's like a Duff Beer Factory in there. My God, I go in there, a Clydesdale falls out. I'm like, well, what are you doing in there? He's like, I'm brewing beer.
Yeah, it's foaming out there. It's like
I think I'm at Club La Vila. Some lady pulled my pants down.
It's like the Science Center making elephant toothpaste in the toilet.
I'm sorry, Phil. You're going to get a little bit of this because whenever people I care about are talking about something serious, my defense mechanisms come to the surface, and I apologize.
Yeah, no, it's great.
I apologize.
If I'm in a drop and like Mark Rober, and a poof.
Oh my God! And that's science, kids.
It's like a volcano out.
Yeah.
Anyway,
if I'm out in the sun for a long time, I'll get fatigued a little bit faster.
Tom's pee is so foamy that Kiyoki throws cakes at teens dancing at his pee foam.
but yeah, it's so. I mean, to me, these are just minor things to me because I'm so used to feeling worse when I was heavier. I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm good. I feel good.
Nice.
My energy is great. I feel mentally there, but just sometimes I'll get into like these brain fogs where I'll forget things. Like I have to write everything down and put it in my calendar, or it's out of sight, out of mind.
Wait, you have to do that.
Brain fog.
You better get your phone checked, man. My God, this guy.
Yeah.
And it was Steve Aoki. I said Kiyoki, who was also a DJ.
Oh yes.
So, and I know that you mentioned to me that
there's a specific type of donor too.
Yeah, SBK reached out to you because he went through all this, got a donor, it saved his life. And what did he tell you? I was curious.
So SBK reached out to me because he saw what was going on, and we haven't had we've had communication since he left, since he's had this donor and transplant, since he went to Tampa, since all this stuff. So SBK is currently living in Tallahassee.
Okay.
Right.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
I thought he still lived in Tampa.
I assumed he was back with his parents.
Okay.
Because that's where he originated.
He's taking care of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's in Tallahassee. He called me, and he's like, "Why didn't you call me?" And I'm like, "I didn't have you changed your number, dog." So he reached out to me, and he just wanted to be a source of information and tell me how it really is.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And he kind of put into light too is that we really need to advocate for ourselves when it comes to our medical stuff. And, we've made fun of Daniel for a decade and a half about him having, what's the word we're looking for? Hypochondria.
Yeah.
But no, man, you've got to be on that because you will get lost in the shuffle with whether it's dealing with insurances or medications or appointments. Because here's the thing that I learned that I have to do. This is another step that I'm in. So my nephrologist submitted my information to all the hospital agencies, right? So they fill it out for me, all that.
This is how you find a donor, I'm guessing?
Yes. Okay. So I've gotten contacted by all the hospital agencies: Orlando Health, Advent Health, Mayo Clinic, HCA.
Do the independent ones too, like Steve's Health.
Yeah.
Bill's Good Time Health. I'm done defense mechanism.
I've gotten calls from all of them, but they all have their own individual process. Right. Yeah. So I have to go to Miami. I have to go to Largo. I have to go to Gainesville and do the same thing over and over and over and over again, whether it's getting an evaluation, and they drill you. They drill you like you get arrested, and they ask you all these questions because they want to make sure if you're worthy of being put on the list.
Well, that's just because they're racist. No.
Exactly.
No, but they do. The process, it's almost like the process, and I think I remember a bit of this maybe from even when Kevin was doing this.
Yeah.
But he said the process, again, like you said, is different every single time.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not only different, it's arduous. It's literally like extremely difficult, and everything has to be detailed. And it's
Yes.
a lot of moving parts and a lot of files and forms to fill out and dots to connect and make sure that everything. And if it's not perfect, well, on to the next,
And
right? Isn't that kind of how they treat it?
You have to. And it's crazy because they all say that they communicate with each other, but no, they do not.
Right.
Because Advent Health's CT scan may require 2 pictures, but HCA
Different
only does
requirements.
1.
Yeah.
But then if I do the same test at HCA hospital, my insurance is like, well, why are you getting the same test done? And you just did it. Now you want another picture. Hold on a minute, you know?
Yeah,
and
we
then I
won't
have to
pay.
battle that.
Yeah.
And then they say, well, just get this one test done. And then Advent Health's like, no, we can't just take their one image. We require 2. So you got to come do the test again. And then have to go do the same thing in Miami, the same thing in Tampa, to all these different agencies.
It's crazy. That happened with my hip,
Yeah?
where I had to go in, and they're like, well, no, you need 2 images.
Yeah.
So I had to get all new X-rays done again just to meet a requirement.
Yeah.
So I
And
know what you're
It's
talking about.
It's weird you're saying this because I've heard nothing but awesome things about our healthcare industry. And you're
He was just talking about it this morning about how awesome it is.
Yeah,
and easy.
I am shocked that you're having an issue here. I had only heard that it's smooth, the insurance covers everything, all times. They give you more money. They're extra benefits. No.
Insurance was supposed to cover my hip. Yesterday,
What the
I got
hell?
the biggest bill I've ever seen in my life.
How big was it?
I mean,
It was beautiful. Big, beautiful
$126,000.
What the hell are we doing?
Yeah, in upwards of 100K.
And and it was crazy is that I realized this too, is that I'll be honest, we have more than most people.
Right.
Like we are privileged.
We are.
Right? We are extremely privileged, and we are blessed to be in the positions that we are financially and family-wise and business-wise. So we already had a step ahead of
More
some
than
people.
most. More than most. Yeah.
And just the fact that we have to deal with that as well, I can imagine what people who have less and with chronic illnesses.
Well, I don't know
That's
how
insane.
you do it with.
Phil, hold on.
It's an unattainable task. You couldn't do it alone. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
If you were a one parent with a disease and a special needs child, how do you do it?
Yeah.
I hate gratitude, and here's why.
All he's doing is I hate gratitude, man.
Because you're like, well, at least you're not like some third world countries. They have no medical care and nothing. And I'm like, well, we're not them. We just sent some people around the moon, so we got it. We're screwing it up, and we got the money, and we're just doing something wrong because everybody's screwed. And so get to work because we're not those countries. We should be the best, and we're not.
I knew there'd be a get to work in there.
So don't tell me to be gratitude or gracious or whatever, thankful for what the hell we have. We need to be better.
It's a gratawa.
I wish we were in the third world because it'd be a lot easier for me to get a kidney. I can just buy it.
Yeah. Which
True.
I honestly, okay, Phil, we got to go. Almost
Mexico
gotta go.
did universal health care yesterday, right?
Yeah.
Kidneyforphil.com. And
It's FOR too. PHIL for Phil. Kidneyforphil.com.
And we're going to have you in again, too, because, Phil, you got a party going on July 11th that you're raising money for yourself, and we'll have you back on to promote that as we get closer, because July 11th is a far away to promote now. But there was a NFL player that died, and not to bring it up, but he from kidney failure, and he was looking for a donor for a while, and then I was like, man, this guy's got millions, right? Why didn't he go to a different country and buy a kidney? And this is like very not frowned upon, but it's like there is a illegal organ trade business that goes on where rich people can go to other countries and buy kidneys from people because they're extremely impoverished.
It's called the Oregon Trail. We'll be right back. I'm very uncomfortable right now, Phil.
And then and so like that, it does happen. Like obviously, I don't even know what's involved with that, but there's like people that have done this before, where like they're buying kidneys from people that are selling
We
them.
may have a listener that's in Japan right now or Korea getting something medical done because he couldn't get it. I don't want to tell his business, but I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but we have a friend that is in Japan right now doing medical care because it's cheaper there than
I went to Mexico to get my gastric sleep surgery.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah, dude.
Wow. Yeah, because,
medical tourism.
Yeah. No, it's a real thing, and like
Hungary's for hair.
Yeah,
you know, they
turkey for teeth.
Yeah, turkey for teeth.
How
you know the song?
Miss Rachel actually does that. You know?
Are there any advancements
into
growing human organs? Have you heard about? Are we still? Is that still science fiction? I mean, I
think it's closer than it's ever been, and I think we did something. I want to say months ago there was something. I think it's still very new though.
And even with dialysis, and like it seems like obviously dialysis machines have gotten better, but it seems like we're in this phase of like it's either dialysis or human organ transplant. Have you heard of anything new that's on the forefront? That maybe any other options down the road? Or, I mean, obviously, that could be so far down the road. It's like, I mean, we're all, our human lifespan from here on out is not going to make it to, 50 more years. Or
that'll make them feel better.
No, we're all not going to make it 50 more years.
No, we're not.
So it's like we were talking about what we can, but have you heard about any of that?
So I guess you didn't read page 297 of the Epstein files, did you? They're growing the synthetic organs.
He's still getting through.
He's still getting through it.
He's still getting through.
How many files could it be?
So many files,
but
thousands of documents.
Which other ones? Seems like they're all out there.
I just wanted the pictures, and they redacted those.
I mean, it is definitely on the roadmap for the medical industry, but you got to remember, there's so many barriers. There's so many other things because right now they're trying stem cells and all that stuff too. Yeah. So they're trying all the avenues before they actually get to, hey, let's grow an organ. I'm sure it's possible. I'm sure it's tested. I'm sure they've tried, but there's other factors that come into play that I just don't know anything about. But I guarantee you, in the next 15 years, they'll have synthetic organs, and then it'll be like Repo Men, to where you'll have to pay $1 million for it. You don't pay, they'll come get it.
Oh, they come take your heart out.
Yeah. It's like a dystopian future of
what if we had a movie about that?
Yeah, Repo Man. That's going to happen.
What if we had a listener that could give him a kidney?
That's what happened.
That would be pretty
SBK.
Cool. That would be very, very cool. Stranger things have happened. What type of kidney do you need?
So here's the thing. I know we're running short on time, right? If you go to my website, kidneyforphil.com, even if you know your blood type, even if you don't know your blood type, because there are now tests that will allow me to get other blood types. So they recommend that I don't say, but I am B positive, but that is my blood type. But even if you're A, or other blood types, you can still apply. You can go to the website, fill out the form. There's a form that says get checked or whatever. Fill out that form. If you pass the screener, they will contact you because there is a very, very strenuous process when it comes to that. So even if you're just remotely interested, just go to kidneyforphil.com and fill out that form and then let Advent Health give you a call, because there's a lot of things that can come into play besides just blood type. There's tissue type, the weight of it. They need to make sure you're healthy enough. They need to make sure your insurance is going to cover you being gone. Make sure you can afford it. Making sure your mental's good. There's a lot of factors that come into play other than just blood type. So if you're just interested at all, just go to kidneyforphil.com and click on you're interested in being a donor.
Also, naturally, I'm glad you got B positive, or you are B positive, because the worst one naturally to have is B negative. Because I'm like, that doesn't help anybody. And the science is that if B positive, there is science behind that. Negative thinking will kill you faster. That's scientifically proven. So.
Yeah,
again, I want to help you out, man. I hope we can get this fixed.
Please, man. I do have a special needs child. He needs his dad. I need to be here. I feel like I do have. I realize who I was in 2019. A lot of us go our whole lives not realizing who we are and our purpose in life. I realized that in 2019. I realized that I'm a facilitator. I help people achieve the things that they want to achieve. And so me being able to get this is a way of the universe paying it back to me.
There you go.
I still haven't realized my purpose in life.
I know.
But I think it revolves around a clown.
Yeah, okay, all right. Are you visualizing it now? He's visualizing it now. He's visualizing him and a clown.
Yeah,
Am I the clown or are you the clown?
No, I'm the clown. I'm
what
not
am
saying
I'm the little clown. I'm little clown.
But I'm just saying it's clown adjacent. That's all I've realized so far. All right.
Okay.
Phil,
Go
thanks
to
so much.
clownfortom.com. No, kidney for Phil. FORPHIL.com. And if you're like you heard the man, if you're remotely interested, go fill out the form.
Also, if you're interested in learning how to podcast, or you're a business that wants to learn how to podcast, Podcast Doctors, throw that website out.
Yeah, so the website is it's the podcastdoctor.com.
And I'll vouch for him in that I get hit up every week with people that want to do podcasting. I am not as good as Phil.
Yeah.
I said it.
It's Phil's business.
It's his business. He will show you the easiest and beyond that, the fastest way to do it without sounding like a jaded, angry man at podcasting like me.
Yeah. I'll tell you to watch YouTube.
That's what I meant.
All I got.
It's all on there.
Also, I don't know nothing.
I will hold your hand through the process.
Yeah, there you go. Man, we love you. We'll be thinking about you. Keep us updated. We'll have you back in before the event. And if we can stop by, we will as well.
I would love a Tom and Dan. We need to do a corporate time from my studio.
Oh, yeah, well, we're down.
We can do that. We can definitely do that.
They're just going to make us sad when it's better than ours.
Oh, yeah. I go over to Crespo sometimes. I'm like, this is nice.
I'm supposed to be the best in town. All right. We'll see you in a minute. Welcome back to A Corporate Time. So, Daniel and I, during the
Don't talk about
brief intermission, we're talking about, they brought us a key lime pie. And the guy wanted us...
Thank you, Greg, for the key lime pie. It's very kind of you.
He wanted us to try it on the show.
I think it's a homemade key lime pie.
Which we didn't, because I was trying to say to them, like, I don't think anybody likes, and I know we have, like, with John Graham is different because John's bringing us random.
He has a pass.
Well, he's bringing us random stuff that he wants, like, where we could be like, ew, this is...
Yeah.
Because it's not his stuff. He's buying the stuff at the store and, like, presenting it to us.
And many times we have tasted something and been like, that is not good. That is not... I've done that many times with John Graham.
Because he wants us to do that.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Like, he's really wants... That's the bit. But, so then when... And this has happened throughout our entire career with beers and everything, food and stuff.
Yeah, everything really.
And then so the person comes and like, hey, try my stuff, and then you try it on the air, and then you're like, oh, it tastes good.
I mean, every show has like a beer of the week. I think you taste it,
and then you're like, oh, good.
And you usually do the move. Well, I can do it here, where I got this cup,
and it is
like,
legitimately good. I've never lied.
Oh, yeah, that's really good. Well, the number one thing I get from people is, stop. I don't want to hear your disgusting wet mouth, you pig.
Eating on the show, especially if you're listening to audio only, which the majority of our listeners do, that, the sound is off-putting to some people. But also, what is anybody getting out of it in the fact that do the people are like, oh, Tom and Dan said it's good, so it must be good, because everybody likes is subjective.
It's a vouch for you, right?
But it's like, how could it not be good if they're like, in business? Like, it couldn't be like, oh my God, it was straight feces.
Well, I'll tell you what I say. Honestly, from my perspective as a person who loves radio. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't adhere. If I hear, like, I could be listening to Real Radio's morning show, the Jim Colbert, whatever, and they have somebody on that fed them. Their opinion of whoever fed them, it doesn't even enter my space. I have to go to that place to eat.
Yeah,
I don't value it at all. And I'm not saying I'm not saying it's meaningless. I'm just saying, for me, I've never thought about, because I am adult enough to realize that not everything I like is something that you like. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Like everybody's taste is so absolutely true to them that it's almost an impossibility for you to say independently, that's delicious, and everybody goes, yes, it is. And it's not going to happen.
Like, even if the person's not paying us for advertising, like the the barbecue restaurant's not paying us for anything.
No, they're very kind.
Now, I will tell you behind the scenes that I did, like the marketing agency they were working for, I've given them a favor so they could feed me more clients in the future.
That's the way it works. Yeah, we're not idiots.
Yeah. So it could be a free commercial. I'm like, hey, you got some other marketing money that could be coming down the pipeline. I love pipelines.
Let's pipe it out. Who wants to pipe?
Yeah. My goal
Put that in your pipe and pipeline.
My goal is to have a big pipeline. And then it just comes pouring on me.
And then I'm like, Tom, what's in the pipeline? He's like, oh, it's all in there, buddy. It's all right.
Yeah.
Because it's all in the pipeline.
So that is a bit,
we're trying to get our nets out into the. We're trying to put our nets out.
Yeah. It's like those kids in some country that I'm not aware of, but they throw spears with ropes on them at wood, and then it spears the wood, and they pull it up, and they collect the wood because it's some sort of river wood that's like valuable of some sort.
Oh, we should do that.
Anyway,
we should collect river wood. How expensive is it?
I'm trying to spear the marketing river wood.
Yeah, and pull it up because it's invaluable. Nowadays, it's invaluable.
Why is it valuable? Why is this river wood valuable?
Probably make rich people's iPhone cases out of it. You know what I mean? Those exotic woods.
It's and it's in some country that has no safety regulations. These kids are barefoot standing on a dam.
Well, you might throw your spear down there, pull up a kid. They
could easily fall in and be drowned easily.
Yeah, we lost him last week.
Anyway, so email us if you like the radio personality.
Well, here's what I was going to say.
Tasting the thing and then saying good.
Because they're never going to say bad. That's what
I've never heard bad.
No, they're not
or
allowed
any
to say
criticism.
It. They're not allowed to say it.
But even if I say me and you could do whatever we want.
Who said that?
We cannot be fired.
Yeah.
There was no bosses.
Correct.
That's it. We own our own company. We are the only employees.
Kill your masters, Tom and Dan.
So there's no one telling us anything. And yes, it would be foolish for us to tell a sponsor that's paying us that their food or whatever they brought us is bad. But we've had lots of people bring us stuff on the air that are not paying us.
True.
And I know that it's a struggling, or not even struggling. It's like a restaurant.
It's an upstart.
They don't have any marketing money. You know what I'm saying?
Why would they? They've already spent it trying to get on the map for their opening.
And I'll say bars and restaurants, they usually don't have a lot of marketing money, and that's how it goes. But anyway, so we could tell them anything and tell them truthfully. But if someone comes in here, and honestly, I'm 100% honest, I have never eaten something on the radio or in this job or whatever we've done where I legitimately didn't like it. I was like, oh, good. But I'm not a food guy to begin with. So that's how
it takes a lot for you to not like it.
But it's like if they made it, like I ate it, I was like, okay, I can see sometimes they'd be like, not for me. Like there's been like hardcore sour beers.
Yeah, it's just not your favorite flavor.
But I understand the craftsmanship of them putting it together.
Right.
And then
you also understand that other people like it.
Yes, and for people that love sours, that this would be delicious to them. So I try to appreciate the flavor and like the hard work they put. You know what I'm saying? So like,
yeah.
You're never going to get. And what does it even matter?
Can I throw a couple more things in there? There's also a pressure, right, where you have the person who made the pie here, and I'm just going to throw it out there. He's not the naturally most smiling person I've met, and he's like, try this pie, and I'm like, oh, God, I better be good. That's kind of what I feel like, right?
Of course, I
feel a little pie pressure. I don't like pie pressure. I want to try that when I like to eat my pie. Normally in a jacuzzi, I eat my pie.
I've never had a bad pie, too. Ever.
Oh, I've had a bad pie.
You have?
Oh, yeah.
Well, how can you make it bad? Like they've put cigarette ashes in it, unless it's just polluted by
number
something.
Number one, I needed to hold right. I'm big on texture with pies.
Okay, yeah. I guess.
And if it's a wet pie, I don't know about that.
But it's still probably
if it's
sugary goodness.
If it's too puddingy.
Yeah. But it's still like
bad pie crust. Somebody said in the chat room, I can see that.
Yeah, but it's still sugary, and you're like, oh, good.
No, I don't. You're falling into it.
It has to be good. Everything has to be good.
Wait a minute, isn't that
There's no way you could feed me something bad.
Smuckers. That's their tagline. Schmuckers. It has to be good.
Everything has to be good, and if It's good.
Okay, there you go. We got to the bottom
So
of
what
it.
does that mean? I don't know.
Should we do a segment? This is going to be the last thing, and then we'll move on to some voicemails. Should we do a segment where we only do mouth noises? The chat room said that. What if we invite restaurants to bring in their food and we just wet it out? Because somebody in the chat room saying that people really do like it.
What do they like about it?
I don't know.
Do they like because it's just like a food review? I mean, there are people that
Too many food reviews. My God.
tune into critics. Like even
There's this funny guy in like I had mentioned it when we were talking to our guest on Tasty Chomps. There's this funny guy in there now that does food reviews. There's a couple of them. But they don't do food reviews. They're so empowered by people telling them they're funny that their review becomes like everything that's not food becomes some sort of like
they're just doing a show.
a snarky joke. Yeah, they're doing like there's this one guy in particular in the Tasty Chomp blog, and I hate when he does a review because it's not a review. You're not saying anything worthwhile. You're doing all of these inside jokes, and you think you're so clever and funny, and it's freaking exhausting, dude. Oh my God, I hate you.
So, but there must be a real there are people out there that love watching people eat and review food because
Mukbang. That's the mukbang theory on YouTube.
Dave Portnoy, like he started with like pizza.
One bite.
And then he does, and that's been his thing.
He still
like
does it,
he goes to different places around the country and goes to like the local pizza restaurant and then eats a bite and then tells the people how he feels about it. And when I see it, I'm like, okay, I get nothing. It's no interesting. It's not like, I'm like, okay, well, me and him probably have different tastes in pizza. So like him saying, oh, the crust is a 10, and I'm like, okay, like it's probably good pizza. Like every place that sells pizza that's still in business is decent to a certain point. It's like, I don't know.
I don't
think it's subjective too.
I don't think it's for you either. Like for real pizza guys that like he'll hit about the crust, the bite, the fold, and people sort of get it. You're never going to be that guy.
Yeah. That's confusing.
It's like me in gambling. I'm never going to be that guy.
Yeah.
I try now. I will give you an update, and maybe we can transition into this a little bit. Kalshi has. So I was going to say low key, but now I'm in my feels about that. I'm not saying low key anymore. Kalshi has made it so I can understand betting a little more, and then I flip it to the odds so I can see both. I can see where everybody's money's going, but then I can go and you can click the button and make it look like a regular gambling site.
Yeah.
And I do that, and it does make it better for me. And I've been having fun and I hit one the other night. I'm doing baseball, but I'm doing home runs. You can get good value on like somebody who's hot, like Austin Riley. You just bet on him. It's like 9-1 or something. You bet $1, you get $9 if he hits a home run. I hit one. It's all luck, but it's like, yeah, all right, that's pretty fun.
Yeah. Well, it is all luck, but you recognize the odds.
Well, he's a good hitter, and he had great odds, and that's why I picked him.
Yeah, and then that's the game. That's what you're doing what I like.
But I needed it to be presented to me in an emotional way.
Yeah. I guess
not an analytical way. I needed it to be a little more entry level, a little more video gamey, right? That's more speaking to my
the emotional part of the trading prediction markets is you see where everybody, and then this is where regular gambling sites.
I've been getting out early too.
You see it in the numbers, but you don't see it in graphs. So Kalshi and other prediction markets are like, here's what everybody thinks is going to happen.
Yeah.
And then it's like the biggest line. And you're like, okay, and that's emotional.
Yes.
And then, so that happens in all markets, in all gambling markets, but you can tell by the odds. If it's minus 300, all the
Same
money's
answer.
on it's just, I'm seeing that as a big bar, but you need the big bar.
Yeah.
Not that you need it.
It's just a translator to me. It's my language.
Yeah. And then, welcome to the gambling world.
Yeah, it's kind of fun. It's kind of fun.
You'll lose all your money.
I was a little hard on it. Yeah, I was up for a little while, but I've noticed that I'm just doing it, casually. If I'm watching the game, I'll put a little on there. It's kind of fun.
I'll tell you a big Kalshi bet I did lose. I had bet way early, like at the end of the season, that Travis Kelce was going to retire. And
I saw that, and I thought about it.
They had the bet up that he was going to retire, and I bet, not a crazy amount, probably, but
a couple thousand.
No.
I like to throw those out
more
because
than
somebody will hear that and think you actually do that.
More than I normally do, just because I'm like, oh yeah, he's out of here this year. Like, you know,
he's gonna get married, dog.
Yeah, like he'll get into media. He'll make more money in media than he could in football.
Save his body, be a dad.
The Chiefs can get, you know, he's an aging player, is not as fast as he used to be. You know, like, and they re-signed him. And I was like, man, you know. I'm trying to reconcile what that means in my head, and the only thing I could think of is like, because there are tight ends, rookies that are probably better than him because of his age, and like he lost a step, and it's like, and when you lose a step in the NFL, that's all it takes. Like, yeah, you have great hands and you can know how to create space, but this is a young man's game of the highest athlete, and then you just. That you age out, and you know, you could get along further as a quarterback, but once you're blocking and being physical and running routes, the age affects you. But it must be so important to the Chiefs organization just to have him around, and if he wants to play, like, it's valuable enough because he's such a superstar and he's going to be married to Taylor Swift. Like, business wise, it's better to have him on the field and then use him sparingly. I don't know.
Is it different for tight ends because the Falcons sort of did something like that with Tony Gonzalez? You know, when at the end of his career, he wasn't that great anymore, but we had him.
Having a veteran
and people love freaking having it. You know what I mean? Like, having him there, he was not the guy anymore. He had already had those great years in KC anyway, and he retired a Falcon, I believe. But, like, we were really squeezing the juice out of him. Please, we were begging him, please come back one more year, and I'm like, why?
So the answer, I think, and it constantly evolves, is the NFL is an meritocracy in the fact that it only matters how you play, but there is an asterisk to that.
There you go.
And there's a small percentage of players that, you know, it's on the borderline of, like, maybe there's a better player, but it means more money to have him on.
Yeah. If he elevates everybody else on the team, then he's worthwhile having.
Positive influence, like a veteran influence.
We'll pick up a younger tight end. He can play a little more.
Just bringing more fans to the game. Like, there's like
could it be as simple as selling more jerseys?
Yeah.
We need
good business having Taylor Swift's husband play for us.
Well, how many Kelsey jerseys last year? And you can get the number. So let's say it's 50 million.
Yeah.
We won at least 40 million of those jerseys in this year.
Yeah, and then you have to pay him a small relative amount, like $12 million for 1 year or whatever. I don't know.
Let's try this one right here because I think it's important to say this.
It's BDM Neo here, and I just want to say I've never laughed harder at this BDM show than after the BDM party show ever. Like, this has been a long time. We needed a show like this. We needed a show where it was just balls to the wall,
It was one of the craziest BDM shows. If you're not a BDM, then you're dumb because it was one of the craziest shows. Like, we're talking behind the scenes, marriage rattling shows, and you have to be a BDM, and that's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. But I got more email about that show.
Really?
And thank you guys for emailing it, and I want to thank your wife for being, and I have to get, and hopefully she'll take the compliment. I know she will. You don't take compliments. She is one of the best storytellers. I've always said this, and one of the funniest people I know. By far. You have a very, very, very funny wife.
Well, she's going to be on the show tomorrow.
Yes, sir, she is.
And on ACT. But,
she's awesome.
The hog cranking was funny.
Yeah. You got to find out.
BDMs are making logos of it.
It's crazy. It's out of control.
Which I'm like, this would be a good baloney company. Hog cranking
We're
baloney.
trying to figure out a way to make some money off of it. We can't. Also, another thing, let's revisit this. Because I get so mad at what we do because I don't know how to weaponize some of the things that garner the most attention. I've never gotten more emails than about this Chinese jersey, this $15 Chinese Atlanta Braves jersey I ordered.
Oh, yeah.
Hundreds of fat dads have emailed me asking for this link, and I will send all of you if you emailed me, I'll send you the link. If you didn't get it, email me again, I'll send it to you.
Can we buy the jerseys and
sell them ourselves? Yeah,
on the site?
Well,
how long before we get a cease and desist? I think we can get away with it for a while.
Let me ask you something. Because
I don't care about a cease and desist.
Here's the webpage. I'm not going to put it up on there. If we go there and I order these jerseys,
could we be the middleman and then you just you order through us and then we just tack on like a $8 service charge.
Okay, here's the website.
Yeah.
Now, dude, I'm not going to put it up on here. I don't want everybody to see it.
Yeah.
Now look at this bottom one. It goes further. I can get 1,000 of these jerseys for $10 a pop.
Okay, all right. So
1,000 Fat Dad Atlanta Braves jerseys.
So we order 10,000 jerseys.
So what we would need to do is do a Tom and Dan pre-order.
Can we order Orlando City jerseys?
We can order anything we want. Let's order Orlando. Okay. So are we going to do this? We can do this. Nobody listens to radio.
Okay.
So this is fine. We can talk this out. We're going to order. Let me see if they have them.
I like trying to get away with selling Orlando City.
Oh, they have it. If they have that new yellow one that everybody's like kind of thinks is cursed.
Yeah.
Oh, no, they don't have them yet.
Oh, they don't have them.
They don't have them yet. Damn it.
They got the regular ones though.
Let me see.
Because I do joke around about how fast will they.
Oh yeah, we got them. Griezmann. We got the Griezmann jerseys, the new one.
Okay.
Yeah, we got them.
Okay.
We got them. I got them.
Right. So we sell those online.
What's the website we're going to use? TomandDanFakeJersey.com. Like, what do you want?
No, we already have a website. We sell them on our website.
TomandDan.com.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we just say like, hey, buy Orlando City jersey from us. And we get them for $15. We sell them for $25.
Yeah.
So we make a $10 profit, and that's it.
Yeah, I love the yellow jersey. Tracy's husband hates it. A lot of Orlando City, a lot of our Spanish Orlando City fans think that the Treasure Kit is cursed. I read them lamenting about it on Facebook all the time. They think that when we wear the yellow that we can never win, and that the players now think of it like no different than an Aztec curse, that it now will curse our team until we're all dead. And you guys are morons if you think that. You're the dumbest people in the world. It's a great jersey. It's a good jersey. It's a great jersey.
So I've used this tactic before, and I think it works. We do this, right? And then we sell, and it's on our Shopify at TomandDan.com, right? The Orlando City jersey. And then people have to order it, and then from us, and then we order from the Chinese company, and then we just send it to them. You know what I'm saying? Like that. 'Cause we're just a middleman, right? But then if
could they put a Tom and Dan patch on the side?
Well, we'd have to do that. Like Eric would do that once it gets to us.
No. I got a connection now. Did I tell you the guy wrote back to me? Oh, I didn't even update you. So remember, I ordered a custom Braves jersey with Dennis number 5 on it, and I didn't know where to put that. They wrote me in the middle of the night. I don't know how to say this guy's name because it's in full-on Mandarin. But he said, "Hello, my friend." Like that's the kind of that's the voice I was using, even though that's not
the voice I know.
Yeah, that's not. But he's like, he calls me, "Hello, my friend. The next time you order, you can go direct here and leave note here. I take care. Dennis 5, my friend. And I'm like, he gave me 5 my friends. This is gonna be the great. This jersey.
That's a good business, man.
If he gave me, this is how I was judging it. This guy in Asia gave me 5 my friends. That means that this jersey is the same jersey that Nike's selling, and it's coming out of the same factory. These are going to be awesome jerseys.
So,
and I'll just write him and say like, hey. And I'll send him the logo. Hey, can you make a patch that says this and put it on the side? I'll order 1,000 pieces.
Yeah.
And
he's your friend.
And he's like, yes, like, yeah, my friend.
Yeah. So then when we do that, and then we'll get away with it for weeks, right? And then finally we'll get an email from Orlando City like, hey, what's going on? Like, you guys can't do this. And then we're like, it's all a joke.
Yes.
And then, so here's why.
And then we'll clean out the office
because
skip town.
Because here, okay, the thing most people don't know about is that big companies, they don't want to go through the pain in the ass of actually suing anybody. So the cease and desist is the first,
it's a scare tactic.
It's a scare tactic, and it scares most people.
Yeah,
not me.
No, not even me. I've had cease and desist before. I got one from Kenny Rogers and Dolly Parton.
I like you send me a piece of paper in the mail. I'm like, that's not much effort. So that means you don't care that much. They just keep doing it, and they'll never, go.
While you send paper, I send jerseys.
Yeah, to go through the actual lawsuit, they're like, oh my god, because they have to activate their lawyer, and their lawyer costs,
so much,
$700 an hour to even get out of bed.
Yeah.
So you're like, oh god, and then you're like, how much money could they be? But then there's like, whatever.
It's not a lot.
Yeah, and then they just forget about it. They can't ever see how much money you're making.
No.
So you just have to be like, this is a joke, because they're not gonna. What are they gonna send some investigator?
And then they're like, "What did you guys really make a jersey?" And then you just don't answer that email.
Yeah.
He's like,
and then if I see you order one to see if it's real,
I will fill your order.
Yeah.
I will have to be on my toes, is what Tom said. You got to be on your toes. When you're cheating them, you got to be on your toes.
Yeah. Now, if you go have a friend or family order it, we're gonna get.
Yeah, I can't find that.
But you probably won't go that far. Anyway, all right, we'll see you tomorrow. Welcome to Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I am Dan. We're live on Twitch and YouTube. We'd love it if you come hang out. If you're on Instagram or TikTok or any of that, just search for @Tom and Dan Live and follow us. You can see, you'll find out where our events are. We just got done with one that I would say was probably one of our most successful and super fun BDM events we've done in years. And if you're not a BDM, you can sign up at tomanddan.com/registration.
So my wife, Crystal Van's here. How you doing, Crystal?
Hello.
And I invited her in so that we can speak about it's I wouldn't say condition, but
what do you got?
It's your maybe your perception,
A trait
of time. Yeah, a trait that Crystal was literally born with. You could have learned it because your dad kind of has this. But I think it's more inside, like you just, the way your brain is wired or fires, it's like you look at time differently.
Okay.
Because it's the opposite.
Dr. Strange over here is what we're talking about, right?
No, it's the opposite of time anxiety. Like Daniel.
I have time anxiety.
EJ's talked about this. A lot of people have time anxiety where they want to get to places earlier. This is
She had to go. I'm sorry.
This is an actual real-time
She's
example.
done. She had to go. She ran
Did
out
you
of time.
think you were going to be
She ran out of time.
able to run out and get back by the time I
That's
finished
it. That's a
answering the
great
question?
example. That's a great example. You were on camera. You thought you were fast enough to outdo the camera?
I had enough time. I just had to do one more thing real quick.
Yeah, get it all done. You got to get it all done. You got to squeeze it in.
Okay, and Crystal described that. I never even heard you, and this is a big breakthrough for our relationship when you were.
I was like, what?
You were able to admit that you have this problem because I've seen it throughout the years, and I just couldn't say anything because I thought it was going to be met with some sort of anger,
disdain,
and I'm accusing her of having. Some
we kind of are
disorder.
now, but that's okay. Like, I'll let
she
it stand.
said it, so I was like, "Oh, she wants to talk about it."
Sustained. We'll allow.
And so, time blindness is what I'm talking about. And what would you describe that as?
Okay, so we're talking about time blindness. Because I also want to teach this guy, I want to hit this with a little bit of seriousness. That is a real thing. And he told me this is a real thing.
Okay. Well, I do believe it's a real thing. But when I hear younger people who are late for work say, well, you can't blame me because I have time blindness, I'm like, no. You can't. We can't do that. You still got to operate in the normal world.
Okay.
Yeah,
but
like it's
if
not
I'm-
an excuse to be late to a job,
right.
but it's
But it's like the way that you look at the amount of time that you have, and I've only really become aware that I suffer from this condition by watching my son Tommy, who has it really, really bad. And so like when Tommy has to leave for school in the mornings, he has to leave the house at 9:18 to get to school on time. It will be 9:15 and he'll still be in his underwear, teeth not brushed yet, hasn't gone to the bathroom. And I'll say, Tommy, we have to leave in 3 minutes. And he's like, yeah, I have 3 minutes. Like he does not understand that he has to be ready already and then leave at 9:18.
You have a little bit of
You know
this,
what I'm
too.
saying?
You have a little bit of this, too.
He's leaving. He wants to be, he doesn't.
well,
Yeah, it's rubbed off on you, I think.
if you have two little people parents, chances are good. Do you see what I'm saying? Anyway.
It's like I don't know. Like there's always more time.
Yeah,
like, we always have more time. Like when I'm walking out the door, if I have to be out the door at 2:20, if it's 2:16, I don't think like, oh shoot, I gotta go. I think, oh, I have 4 minutes.
Well, how long do you think getting in the car and driving and like you don't? So you have no concept of. Because I always, and I'm just saying what I do. Where the anxiety part is, I'm constantly thinking of the journey to that thing. Like, so if I have like 2 minutes to get to Publix, I'm always like, oh my God, it's going to take me this amount of time to get there. You don't take in the journey.
I feel like there's a lot of optimism in the way that I look at things.
Okay.
Where I'm like,
and I don't want to villainize this either.
No, I know. It's because it's easy to villainize.
Yeah.
But I would say like, okay, well, if it usually takes me between 10 and 20 minutes to get somewhere, I calculate 10. Only.
Okay.
I don't do it, and it's like I'm 44 years old. You think like, well, just give yourself the 20.
Sure.
It never happens.
Do you check traffic or Waze or anything before you do anything?
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course.
Yeah,
and then
And I get places on time. It's not like I'm showing up late all the time. It's just
it's just
it's how you perceive the amount of time that you have. Like I eternally think that I have more time. I'll throw in one more load of laundry before I leave the house, or I'll go. Let me run back in and get a Coke real quick. But and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh shit, I'm late. Oh God, I'm
You're
sorry.
fine. Don't worry about it.
Is this ACT?
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
My bad.
But
Darn, I'm late.
You're fine.
But it's almost like the exact opposite of Daniel, like
It is exactly the opposite.
looking at like Mo's golf tournament. Like Daniel will get there half an hour early.
Yeah, I get there like 20, half a minute,
and then
20 minutes, 30 minutes early.
And then you'll be like, I'll just wait in my car until it starts.
Yeah.
That way I'm in time. Like, Crystal, like, would never get to any place 30 minutes early. And almost to the point it seems the opposite insane.
But why do I do that?
Cutting
do you know
it to
why? Do you know why I do it? Because I can't stand the feeling of pulling in at, like, I look at the clock. I was supposed to be at the Mo Mini Masters, let's say at 11. I whip in at 11:01, which is still technically sort of on time. And I'm just like, I feel like I'm like not meeting my obligation if I'm not going in there like.
Can I tell you something?
Feeling my best and prepared, like and
I
calm.
feel exactly the same way.
I hate that feeling.
When I show up late somewhere,
Yeah.
or if I'm like rushing to get there, I'm like frantic and like, why did I do this to myself every single time?
Right.
But I never am able to do it differently.
Yeah.
And that's the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm watching it with my child. Like, he is incapable of understanding every single day is the same. Every single day you have to leave at the same time. And no matter whether it's to school or we're going wherever, he doesn't seem to calculate like the amount of time it's going to take him to do the things that it's going to take.
No, this is Tommy.
To get out the door. Tommy.
Okay, so Maisie is severe time anxiety. She has my time anxiety times 1,000. And I don't show her active time anxiety. In fact, I actively try to suppress my time anxiety, not get it to jump on her. And in the blood, she straight up has it worse than I ever had it. She always wants to be at dance like 45 minutes early. I'm like, baby, we don't even need to be there 45 minutes early.
Yeah.
She wants to be there. She wants to see other people come in. She wants to be the first one there. She wants to have the most amount of time for stretching, the most amount of time for preparation. I'm like, we can't do this. We physically
she's
can't do
going to
it.
be very successful in life. And Tommy, he'll do all right.
No, I don't know.
That's probably.
What if she's wasting time, though? I think she is. Because it can go too far.
Yeah.
I do it sometimes, too, where, and this is why I know that Maisie is my child, there have been times where I don't want to deal with the time anxiety, right, that I deal with. Not time blindness, but time anxiety. So what will I do? I will over-prep, right? Like, so I didn't do this, but I could see a scenario where at Congo River Golf, I don't know where I'm going. I have a little bit of extra time. Let me drive over there and see how the parking lot is so I'll know where to park in case all the parking spots are filled. So I have an anxiety exit plan to get. See what I'm saying? That's just
too much prep.
It's too much.
Okay, but
it's not right.
So this is interesting to me because
we have opposite ends of just, it's not right. Somewhere in the middle is correct.
Well, I am using that extra time to do things, like to do things that I feel like I have to do.
Right.
So how do you have time to do that? I don't know. I
Right.
Like, if I'm using all of my time to be productive, why do you have more time than me?
Well, you're trying to fit too many things. Like Daniel's not scheduling 20 things, and we've gone through this in business
I
too.
wondered
I'll schedule 20 things a day, and it shouldn't be all back to back to back to back to back.
Because you're not getting your best out of that.
With nothing in between. And it's like, this is how I'll accomplish the most amount of things, and it's probably I should have done half of those.
Like, doing the most doesn't mean you're doing the best, I guess is how I would look at it.
But then it's all like a balance that every human has.
And
to
our
find.
balances are off.
Well, like I
mine
see
is.
Andrea. Andrea, she has time to make lists
Balance.
for everything,
It's so balanced.
and then she can like go to the grocery store and everything is super organized and the house is perfectly stocked. And I'm like, how did you have time to make
She
even the
maths
list?
her time, though. Her time is mathed out. Like
How'd she have time to do the math?
yeah.
See,
To
where
do
did
the math,
that 5 minutes come from?
She's hyper organized. I get a little bit of that. Like, I think I get a little bit more time in here, especially when it comes to anything show related. I have so many redundancy situations in here and so many little things that I've worked on for so many years. I'm so organized in this computer that if he throws me something at the last minute, no matter what, I can do it. The rest of my life is not even close to being like that. Not even, no. It's terrible.
And they're like, so let's talk about like event organizing. So this last BDM event.
You did a great job.
If anybody, no, but a lot of luck involved. If anybody actually, like even a professional event organizer actually sat down.
Oh, and witnessed your methods?
Yeah.
Their mind would be blown.
Yes, they would.
They'd be like, do you have any of this written down? You're like, no, it's just in my head.
It's all in my brain.
It's all in my head. And they're like,
I like that.
They're like, do you know how big the stage is? Do you know exactly what the juggling jacks plan to do? Do you know exactly what?
Right, like they were juggling stuff and there was a roof on the stage. So at one point I wondered, are they going to be able to juggle those things high?
It worked out.
I didn't
No, it
have
was great.
any idea how big the stage was or if it came with sound like until the hour before the event.
That is true.
Which
he
I
was so
assume,
mad.
I assume that it did.
Well, we
and
don't
it-
have a checklist. At this point, shouldn't we both have a checklist? It doesn't just fall on his
Yeah.
shoulders. We should have a piece of paper that we go down the line.
I didn't 100% know where the tents were going to go. I didn't even really know exactly what sponsors were going to show up. I was like, I'll deal with it day. Like that's how, like, but that's the only way it's possible. Because if I had planned every detail out, I wouldn't have time to do my other jobs. So
That's true.
So literally, that's the only way I could do it. Now, you should hire a third party event person to do this.
Too small to do that.
Too small to do it, and then we couldn't. And then that cost thousands of dollars that we didn't have the money. I'd rather put it back into giving the BDMs. So I mean, I've thought about it, but it's like sometimes you're forced to do things a certain way, and then based on your personality and whether you have time blindness or time anxiety, you got to balance that out. Like sometimes someone with time anxiety wouldn't be good at certain things, and someone with time blindness wouldn't be good. And then sometimes I'm like, you could probably get better at it, but at a certain point in life, you just have to be like, do what you're naturally good at and stick with that.
I feel like the job that I have now is great for me and also terrible for me because I can never get into a routine. Like if you go to an office, you get up, you leave at the same time every day, you go to the office, you get home at the same time. You know exactly how much time you have. Some days I have a lot of time, and then some days I don't have any time. And some days, like, I'm between, like right now I'm here in the middle of the afternoon, and now I have to like balance what I was doing in the morning and what I was got to do in the afternoon because I had to break it up to come here. And
your job would be terrible for Andrea. Because you can't ever plan anything out.
You can't plan anything.
I don't know
because you just have to be ready to go. If somebody calls me right now and is like, "Can I go do this?" or "Can you meet me here?" I'm going to go.
You're a bit more fluid, which is a skill.
Not
everybody can do that. I can't do that very well.
Being a realtor, it has to be that way, and you have to find someone that's open to not knowing what their schedule is going to be like. And then it could be changed at any time. You know what I'm saying? So there's that aspect.
So it works
of it
good
too.
for you. That's awesome. Like I get, and I've had to work to get better at it. Like when he does have days where we pack a lot of stuff in, like I would say only recently that I'm like, okay, I can do this, without and I don't get like where I'm paralyzed with fear that I'm not going to be able to execute it. Yeah, of course I'm going to be able to do it, but it's not about what's real. It's about how you feel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I'm good. I'm good for this job, but it makes it hard for me at home. Like I don't know. I don't know how to cook dinner every night. I don't know how to do. I just can't. I can't cook dinner.
Yeah.
Like I'm not going to be there at the same time. I don't have the stuff, and then I have to go to the grocery store. Now it's 7:30. Like that's hard for me. But
okay. My mom, when I was growing up, she cooked 5 dinners, and I don't know if
the big 5. Everybody had the big 5. I'm glad you brought this up.
Okay, so
we had a big 5 as well because my mom was a full-time teacher and my dad over the road salesman. So you only got 5 main meals: country style steak, some sort of spaghetti, salmon cakes with grits, which is gross. Some people think. A macaroni dish that was like a goulash that's similar to what you got. And I think one night we got something else. It was like a meat and 3.
Yeah. It's like
a pork chop with some garbage next to it.
I had goulash, I had chicken noodle dish.
Oh, chicken noodle dish.
Spaghetti and meat sauce.
Yeah. Stroganoff.
And then there was some sort of stew every once in a while.
a lot of pasta and all those 4 dishes.
Yeah, my mom made a beef stew. I'm like, I hate beef stew.
But it was always good and like not healthy, really.
No, hearty.
It
fills your belly. It's railroad food.
Yeah,
it's for building railroads.
Yeah, with some wholesome Lorry salt.
Yes, salty ass broth.
Yeah, lots of Lorries.
Yeah, you put some cornstarch in there, thicken it up.
I like my salt red. I like some good old red salt.
I like my salt red like Russians. Ruski salt.
And why can't you do that? Like, just do 5.
Oh, man, you made her mad. Do you see that face? I kind of like that. That kind of made me horny.
5
You made like a mad, horny face.
We both live there.
5 unhealthy meals that we just love. So it's always just taco night or burritos.
Dude, what's the number one night in the Van household?
The kids they love only eating burritos.
Oh, Maisie too. Maisie loves burritos.
And they're like the lamest burrito. There's like yellow rice with avocado and chicken cubes.
Okay.
It's like and cheese. Like Tommy likes mustard curry on his, but
all right.
But we're all making different stuff, by the way, too.
Every dinner, we all 4 of us eat something.
4 different dinners.
Yeah.
That's bad.
It's so
that's sucking
exhausting.
your time. That's killing your time.
It's exhausting.
Yeah.
It's mentally exhausting. I just hate it.
Well, my kid.
I wish that Max would just start eating meat. I wish I could just start eating meat. We could all just eat meat.
Oh no!
It would be easier.
Do you want me to
throw some ground beef and everything?
Do you want me to cut that out and give it to you for a ringtone or
well,
something?
just eat it. Weird Al.
I just wish I could, but I can't.
We'll be right back. That deserved to be real. Were you calling her Weird Al?
Yeah, no, I was giving Weird Al the credit.
No, you don't want to do that.
No, I can't. No, it's not possible.
You're not going to do that.
Yeah.
So you're trapped in a prison.
Yes, I built myself a prison.
So let me ask you this.
Haven't we all?
I'll put this parenting question out there because I do not know how to parent whatsoever.
No, definitely doesn't.
I'm a horrible parent.
No, he's in there. You know what? Okay. Pause.
You gonna
Hold
sell
your
him
thought.
out? Do you want me to turn the mics
Last night, I heard him in there asking, "You guys have any homework?" And Max was doing this little. Well, I lost this assignment.
No, I said
what had happened was, dog.
No, so Max is. I hear Max making some excuses, and
like
then
Zoom call.
Oh, yeah, well, Max said he currently has an F. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, but it's all just.
Don't worry about it. I'm going to work it out.
Yeah, he's like, it's a loophole because I didn't
loophole.
I didn't turn in this one project, and for whatever reason they only graded
that. But I'm good for it.
Yeah, he said, but down the line I'll make it up.
And then you know what?
Like an NFL referee.
You know what I found?
We'll even out the call later.
You know what I found them do? I walk in and
smoking cigarettes.
No, they're eating ice cream sandwiches in the playroom. So I'm like,
ice cream sandwiches in the carpeted playroom?
Yeah. So I'm like, first of all, we've already said they can't have food in here, so you've brought them ice cream in here.
God.
And
I don't
then
let it.
had
no
a
food on the
conversation
couch.
about Max having an F and missing assignments, and you gave him an ice cream.
Well, that's what.
He
was sad for having an F, and you cheer him up with an ice cream.
No, we said he was good for it, and I was like, all right, so you'll get an A, right?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah.
Yeah, here's your ice cream. Take 2. Take 2. They're small.
That's how I thought I was being a good parent.
Do you get tired of people thinking you're running a boot camp at your house? I mean, it's pretty strict over there.
Because I bought the buy one get one ice cream sandwiches at Publix because I know my sons will love it.
Do you do Fat Boys or Fat Boy Junior? We love Fat Boys. Fat Boys are great. Do you like Fat Boys? The square ones. They're good as hell.
So I bought that, and then I remembered, I was like, oh, they'll love some ice cream sandwiches. But then I'm like, I can't just give them ice cream sandwiches for nothing.
You can't just hand them out.
So let me go hear about his F's.
So tell
and
me
then
if you did
give him
something
ice
good.
cream in the carpeted
tell me
back
something.
room. And I will bet you. Oh my God! I'll bet you $500 right now that wrapper is still on his desk.
They forget. They're like me. It's not their fault.
It's cockroaches in there eating that ice cream right now.
Oh my God! You got cockroaches in the playroom. Cold burn.
And I tell. This is how bad. I tell because Tommy wants to eat his breakfast while he watches anime in the playroom.
You got to turn it off and go to the table.
The kids are laying down on a couch, 2 different couches, 2 different TVs with a blanket on them, and the dad serves them the egg sandwich.
They eat on the couch, really? Because
under a blanket.
There's no food on our couch. Did you know that? No food allowed on the couch. And I'll go one better. Sometimes I'll eat my food on the couch and Maisie will go, hey, I can't do that. And I go, I know. I'm a parent. I'm not going to spill it on the couch. You can't do it yet. You're not doing it.
It makes me a horrible parent. So then I'm like, Tommy, no, I did start forcing him to go to the kitchen counter, right? But then I get
you carried him there.
But I get lazy.
Yeah, not even joking.
Yeah. The chat room
in a blanket.
The chat room does think he's lying about that, and I don't have the heart to tell.
I wish I could call my
about you swaddle them and you carry them there like a grown-ass man. You're swaddling a 6-foot tall man.
Sometimes I like to carry them.
I bought chocolate from a 6-foot-tall surfer man at our event. That was Tommy Van, 6-foot-tall surfer man.
And I've said this for years, but you know the skinny husband or opposite, like skinny
Jack
wife
Spratt.
that feeds his husband or wife or whatever, like the person that's melted into the couch at 800 pounds.
Oh, the enabler, the skinny enabler who's feeding the redneck fat woman. Yeah.
Is cooking.
You bring me some goddamn pizza. I'm so hungry. Help! I'm dying. Is that going to be it?
And they make like
Tommy! Bring me some goddamn key lime pie. I'm so hungry. Tommy! Change my bandages.
It's messed up because the person's actually killing this person. You see, like
But he loves her so much. He loves her, man.
You're cooking a dozen eggs and then a dozen sausages.
Bring me 15 pizzas.
Aware that you are describing yourself.
No, but I feel bad. Like when the person's like,
you don't
oh,
want it to be true, but it is true.
Yeah,
just like me being time blind.
Yeah,
I don't want it to be true.
Yeah.
But it is.
Yeah, and I'm gay. Did you guys know that? Well, I'm bi.
What can you do?
I'm pan.
There's nothing you
They
can
call
do
me
about
Pan
it.
Dan.
And then I tell Tommy too when he leaves his paper plate with his leftover breakfast every day. And
Hold
the
on,
plate
paper plates? That's not environmentally friendly.
It doesn't. Yeah. But I guess. And then I tell him, I'm like, you're leaving, and I tell him, I'm like, you're leaving the plate, so you're forcing me to feed you on the kitchen counter. I want to feed you in here, but you're leaving the plate. And
You got to do the difference.
And he's like, I can't remember. Oh my God.
Do you know what I do now? I hate to even say this to you guys. I don't want you guys to know. First of all, everybody's going to think I'm a liar. But I'll look at Maisie. I'll go like, you need to go clean the kitchen. And she'll go, okay. And she'll go with it. And she sprays the Windex.
Okay,
she
yeah.
wipes everything down. I'm like, oh, yeah. And I'm just sitting there playing Xbox.
If I tell my kids they have to empty the dishwasher, they look at me and they're like, oh, are you serious? And they get like tears in their eyes.
Whoa! Tears!
Like, are you serious? Are you being serious right now?
Oh, man.
No, you gotta hold them to it a little bit. Try it.
AI will do it. That's what I'm betting on. I'm like, you don't have to learn how to do nothing.
If we are going to put a little bow in this, I'm going to say that I would rather have what you have, honestly. Because
well, everybody would. Why wouldn't you?
No.
You'd rather have the do what, nothing?
No, but the time blindness, I'm saying. Overcome anxiety. Sorry. No.
I think you mean, I want an egg sandwich while I'm under a blanket too.
Daniel, you wouldn't.
That's not what I was saying. I think what she has, to me, is deemed more beneficial. At least you're trying to fit more things into what you're doing. Then I waste time worrying about things that don't even happen. Like I get up in my feels and I can't even go places because like I'm so afraid of getting there late.
Yeah, well,
which makes me insane.
Yeah, I guess they both have their. The thing is, I'm not being productive, like I said earlier. I'm like, I don't know, teetering around halfway doing things.
I feel it.
But the thing is that it doesn't absolve me of the feelings that you have. They just arrive at me later when I get in the car and then I go, I'm late.
Right.
Then I get anxiety.
So, okay, let's talk parenting for a second because I do want Max to eat sauces and different things that are regular.
Sauces? Or
like,
sauces?
He doesn't eat any condiments or any kind of sauce.
I know
Like
a lot
ketchup
of dance kids. Like I know very common from the girls that I interact with that they do not like ketchup. They don't like plain Jane, nothing.
Yeah,
But I like
Nuggies
that's a
with
common kid thing.
nuggies with nothing, sandwiches with nothing. I don't want it wet. I just want hamburger. I don't even want cheese. I've seen girls that just want sandwich with just meat, nothing else on it. Can be nothing else on it.
Well, your dad liked it.
That's why I can't villainize that. My dad, if you put you put barbecue sauce in the bag at Wendy's, he thought, well, why are you doing it? He'd circle back around and go like, you put something. I do not need this. Take this back, the little barbecue. He don't need that. That is like, why are you wetting this? And then he'd get home and he'd just eat them dry. Everything dry.
Yeah. I do want him to expand what he eats more, but he will do it in time. He eats more now than he used to.
So I'm conflicted because I understand. I do a lot of joking. Like I'm trying my hardest. Give me a break.
Yeah, thank you. It needed to be said.
If I like it, give me a break.
Get off this guy's back. Jesus Christ. Leave him alone. don't.
He's trying his hardest at looking at TikTok.
It's good. Have you been on there?
No, I deleted it years ago.
Oh, you gotta get it
I'm
back
like,
on
this
there.
has got me hooked.
About the time you deleted it's when it got really good.
Then I really don't want it.
Yeah, it's awesome now.
So I already struggle with leaving on time. I can't be looking at TikTok for 2 hours.
Yeah, I'm not on there. It doesn't. I think I'm too old for it, to be quite honest with you.
Every once in a while, we'll put our foot down, and then we'll be like, "You have to try it, make them sit there for long, and then he'll do."
Well, give me an example of the food. What kind of are we talking? Weird stuff? What are we doing?
Anything,
Like a green bean,
a potato, a bite of a potato,
whatever.
Okay, yeah.
Mashed potato,
Yeah.
the blandest thing.
Max will eat green stuff way like he'll be pretty good. With
broccoli. Like there's something
asparagus, broccoli, spinach.
So it's not everything, but whatever. But it's like, so he'll try
Yeah, tiny teeth it.
and then he'll be like, I don't like it. And so it's like, all right, he did taste it. I saw him taste it. He says he doesn't like it.
You got to do a full. In our house, you can't tiny teeth it.
No, he just puts a crumb in there and he's like,
or even a full bite. I've seen him do a full bite and say, no, I don't like it.
I go, you got to go full bite.
So then you just go eat it anyway. You have to force eat it. And then will that work?
Yes, it will. Have you ever seen Anderson Leanne's kids?
I know, but were they born like that?
No, she screamed at them, eat that food right now.
I've seen that.
And she makes them.
She yelled at me one time like that.
And will that train you to like it?
They do like all the food they eat, and they have a very diverse variety of things that they eat.
You do change.
Damn it. I was trying to think of any other way to get out of it.
But it's too late.
Yeah,
we can't start doing that to a 10-year-old
I
now.
will say that, what worked with May is onions. Onions are gross. Onions are gross. Onions are gross. Onions are gross. It was just, and I eat an onion. Eat it. It's in there. We're not taking it out. Eat it. Eat it. Eat it. And then one day she's like, oh, okay, I understand. And now she eats an onion. Now there's no problem. We can go to Chipotle. If an onion falls in there, she'll eat it. No big deal. There's no crying. There's no it's just like, it was repetition of, and it was us saying, I'm not going to take it out. Because she always wanted out of this homemade hamburger helper meal we make, which is it's just turkey and onions, and then you make all the spices and you put some cheese in there. It's all goulash. But I didn't want to take the onions out because I want the onions. Mm-hmm. So I'd say, I want the onions in there. And we take the onions out a couple times. It just didn't taste good. So I'm like, I held my ground. I'm like, I'm not taking the onions out anymore.
I just make 2 pans.
And I didn't make 2 pans of it. I was like, no, we're not making 2 dinners. This isn't 2 families.
It's crazy.
There's one family.
I know.
You know who told me that? I have to give her credit. Summer Aiello. She's like, don't make 2 dinners. You'll be trapped forever.
Yeah,
and I was like,
I'm
okay,
making
Summer.
3.5 dinners. Right now.
I get the half.
What are you having, half? What are you having?
I'll eat whatever.
You know what? One time
He doesn't complain about anything, does he?
No,
about
he
food.
doesn't.
No.
One time I told Bart, I was telling Bart that I will buy a big bag of frozen chicken breast at Costco, and then we'll cook it, we'll marinate it, we'll cook it, I'll chop it up into cubes, and I'll freeze it. And that way, whenever I make a vegetarian meal for the 3 of us, I just throw some
chicken
defrosted chicken in there. And Bart goes, I feel so bad for him.
Yeah, that is.
And I was like, is that bad? And I'm like, it's kind of like dog food a little.
Yeah, it's an afterthought, right? It is a fresh pet scenario.
And I'll gag down some
fresh pet.
freezer dried chicken and I'll eat it. Whatever.
Listen, just like you, I'm doing my best.
Yeah.
Give me a break.
No, I don't even care. You lucked out because I get no joy out of food.
I was never taught how to be domestic.
It's hard.
I don't know how to do it. I can't keep the house clean. I can't figure out what to make for dinner every night. I hate it.
It's hard.
If I ever got any money, the first 2 things I would buy are a home chef and a cleaner. And I would never buy. I could never buy anything else. I could be happy with just those things.
Yeah. Which ranks higher, cleaner or chef?
Cleaner.
Cleaner.
Yeah.
Live-in cleaner every day type going
Just
behind you?
they arrive every day. I don't need them to live with me.
Okay. They arrive every day,
Yes.
clean up.
At the end of the day. So I can wake up to a reset house.
We
That's
got
what I need.
Okay,
I think you hurt yourself because you had literally for how long?
Couple years.
You literally lived inside a resort. It was like a resort scenario.
So, okay.
I think it has changed your perspective.
We need to get pregnant.
I like getting.
Who are you talking to? Me or Tom?
Yeah.
No,
Well, we'll never get a cleaner and a chef again. You see what I'm saying? Like we've already reached the highest we're going to get to.
Chat room says meal prep service. No, not into it. Well, but they're vegetarian mostly, and they need a lot of ingredients if you're doing more than one. So, are there any meal prep services that do both?
Like the ones that show up and then I have to cook all the stuff?
Yeah.
No, then it just rots in the fridge. I don't want to do that.
What would you're supposed to cook it?
I need somebody to arrive to do the cooking. I don't want to do that.
Gotcha.
Yeah. The height of it.
Now I'm ordering something online. I have have to think about figuring it out. Okay, well, Max isn't going to like that.
Well,
he's only going to eat half of this.
I do cooking so. I'm cookman in the house.
But there was a small, brief period of time where we hired Elizabeth.
So good.
And Crystal was still pregnant because we basically had to hire her early because she needed a job, and we wanted to make sure,
get her acclimated.
I wanted to get to know her.
Yeah, I thought it was a cool idea.
With nannies without a company, and it's just like you're just 1099 nanny. Those are few and far between and random. And if you find one, you have to hire them immediately because someone else is going to find them, and then they're going to be
gold
with that company with that person for 6 years.
Yeah.
So anyway, we hired her, and then we were paying her weekly, and then she's like, "I'll just cook for you guys and clean the house," and
because there was no baby yet.
Living with someone cooking and cleaning in your house, rarely rich people that have that, and I don't even personally know a person that rich to have that, only. But if you are able to get to that level of wealth, that is that's sweet. You know what I'm saying?
Jelly Roll got that now.
Yeah, if you don't have to do any maintenance.
That's the Jelly Roll.
Of normal life, and you just live in your house, and it's always clean. The laundry's always done by
and you have a hot meal.
And you have a home cooked a meal for whatever you want. And no one celebrities rarely talk about how good of a life that actually is.
They should,
because the normal.
No, they're too busy being humble.
But the normal life, the work it takes in normal life with kids and just
There's
doing
too
that
many
stuff.
things to do.
It's insane.
I can't have a job and do the domestic stuff, and you have a job and have to share the domestic stuff.
Yeah, even the maintenance around the house and that general maintenance and the pool and stuff, and I have to hire companies to do that. Yeah, and it's still a lot.
It's a lot.
Yeah, and then it's the laundry with the kids and cooking them. The food.
Yeah,
so much.
I try to cut down on that. I wear my socks at least 3 times and underwear twice. I wear my underwear twice. I know it's gross.
Everybody in my house changes 5 times a day.
I wear my jeans 9 times before I wash them.
Oh, yeah, the jeans.
They get better the longer you wear them.
T-shirts are the only thing that I turn and burn each day.
Yeah, the armpits.
If I wear a collared shirt like a poncho, I'll wear it twice. Socks, I'll wear twice. Underwear, I'll wear twice.
Socks, Daniel does.
Socks can go 3-4 times, and I'll even work out in them. And they're going to be wet.
Socks are one and done. I sleep in socks and wash them after. They don't even touch the ground.
Andrea sleeps in socks, and sometimes she takes off all of her clothes for sexy time and has the socks on, and it's weird.
I
don't like that.
I gotta have my sleeping socks.
Take the socks off.
For as much as laundry sucks to do, there are not that many popular alternatives to doing it yourself that are they're relatively affordable.
You just don't know about them. They do have it's like Uber. Laundry. They come to your house, they pick it up, they take it, they wash it, they fold it, they bring it back.
Why don't more people do that?
They might. They just don't talk about it, maybe.
We have to ride
And
with
also,
them.
I think it's really expensive.
Well, that's the thing. It's it becomes where it's so expensive, you're like, I can't afford it.
But you could take it to the wash, dry, and fold. It's not that much.
I've always been
It's
too
like
cheap for
$1.50
it.
a pound at the wash, dry, and fold.
I did it one time when was moving into my parents' house after I sold my Deltona house. I did one washing thing, and it was so expensive, when it came back to me, because I think I screwed it up. I didn't
took it on a weekend.
I think you're right. But then I also said, give me the top tier everything, and it was very expensive. I was like, well, I messed that up. I won't be doing that again.
I don't like the way they fold my clothes.
You don't
They
like
don't
it?
fold them the way that I fold them. So then I'm like, ugh.
Do you have a certain way you like things, kind of kept?
Yeah.
Are you T-shirts folded or T-shirts on hangers?
Everything's folded.
Okay, everything's folded. No hangers?
I try not to do hangers. I have hangers for my shirts like this
shirts,
for me.
Dresses, and
or
stuff.
TC's nice shirts, but I like to fold everything.
Even
the underwear, though, I have to fold the underwear. Nice and folded. Oh,
we don't.
Annoying.
We're balls. Maybe that's part of it. So you put all this pressure on yourself for this laundry that you do, but you do top tier laundry.
Yeah, so if I don't have time to do it right, I just don't do it.
We do piles.
Then it's piles.
Admittedly, we do piles because Andrea does the laundry. I'm very bad at it. I don't do that. I'll cook. but she'll do laundry, and the laundry that she does, sometimes we live out of a pile. Like some week, there's a on the second floor in the shadows. There's a pile of clothing that no one can see, and in order you have to get your cell phone light on, and you go in there to find.
I'm finding my underwear in a pile.
You go in there to find
That's
what you need.
We have our entire piano is covered in pile, and our 2 front chairs are 2 big piles.
Ours is in the shadows. Andrea won't. She won't do
ours
it
are
out.
Taking up the guest seating.
Yeah, she won't do it out because she's afraid that other people will see it, or like her mom will say something or something like that.
It's the benefit of having levels.
We put it in. Yeah, but it's there. It's in the shadows. I mean, if you turn the lights on, you're going to see it. It's just like, it's no different than a club here in town. You turn the lights on, it's gross.
I like screaming at my sons, have you checked the pile?
Yeah.
No, okay.
Why do kids do that? Why do they always want to wear the same thing every day? They get their favorite shirt or something like that?
Tommy has like 6 pair of jeans, and at the end of every week, he doesn't have any clean clothes. And I'm like, I just washed 6 pair of jeans. But he wears them once. Leaves them on the floor in the bathroom or something. Get all wet.
Yeah.
And then he just yells from his bed, I need pants. And then Dad comes walking in with some pants.
Oh, wow. You can't be doing that. He screams, I need pants, and you come in there, look, your pants. Please stop at your pants.
He's not saying it like you think he is saying it. He's screaming for help. Help my son.
He lays on the bed with his legs
abandon my boy. He needs pants.
He dresses him like a doll while he's laying there.
Do you really put his clothes on?
No. Maybe you're painting me out to be a bad person here.
Not a bad person.
You just love him. You just love him.
You love him so much
that's how people ruin people.
You love him so much.
That's what you're doing.
You've made him little atrophied dolls.
Every time we sign him up for a sport, he's like, yeah, I'll do that. Then the day comes and he goes, please, I'll do anything else. I'll do anything else. And then TC says, all right, well, we'll find something else he likes.
You agreed to do anything else, so we're good here. I think we worked this out.
Anything to get you out of me forcing you to do it, because it hurts me.
It's all
so
about
much.
me.
It hurts so bad. I can't force. I can't force someone to do.
Well, it's not hurting him though. It's hurting you.
It is.
It's actually helping him if you force him to do it. It's just hurting you. So if you can look past being hurt, then it'll help him out.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's right or not.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You mumbo jumbo.
Listen, it's hard. I don't know.
What's going on with houses right now? Can we speak on something like adjacent to that? Like
we can, but I don't know if you want to hear.
Is it bad?
Well, it's just a little slow, is all. People are buying, just not as many people buying as there are selling.
Right. Do people have their houses priced higher than they should right now?
Usually we start a little too high, yeah. Not we as in me and Bart. I mean we as in a city.
Correct.
State and country.
So there's an inflated aspect to it that...
Yeah, I think that we still want those good prices, and it's hard to accept that they're not maybe as high.
Right, right.
You got to make your house look good and market it good, and then it'll sell. As long as you price it right. But you got to take the advice of the people who are giving it.
And if you want the best advice, I would argue that the Bart Merrick team is who you should contact. Crystal Van is one half of the Bart Merrick team. Bart is the other half, and I think you guys are awesome.
Here's what I would do if I was a realtor.
I want to hear about it.
Help! I can't sell my house!
Is that someone comes to me and they're like, hey, I wanted to sell my house for $750,000, but Bart and Crystal told me I could only get like $550,000. And then I'm like...
That's a big swing, by the way. It's usually not that big of a difference. But go ahead.
I'm like, what? Oh, no, I'll list it for $750,000. You'll get that.
Right.
Because then they'll list with me. And who cares? I just tell them whatever they want to hear.
You hope they don't remember it.
Whatever they want to hear, just so they get that sweet signature.
I actually like that. I like that.
And then, whatever happens. They'll sell it for $450,000.
Once you're with me, you're mine.
Yeah, for 8 months. And then
Bart and I
I'm like, hey, what are you going to do?
We often say that it's better to be the second agent on a deal if that's going to go that way.
They call it sloppy seconds.
Well, no.
You heard that? Sloppy seconds? Write that down.
I'm like, I know what makes it sloppy, too.
No, they might have been sold, a bill of goods, or might have just been yes-manned into doing whatever.
Wait a minute.
Doing it their way.
Am I the second agent? It stinks in here.
And then if you're the second one, you come in and you tell them, listen, this is how it's got to be, and this is how we're going to do it, and they listen to you. And
because they've been burned. Yeah. Happens to everybody. But yeah, the Bart Merrick team, Bart Merrick, BartTheRealtor.com.
So we've got a little bit of time left. We're going to Red Rocks on the weekend.
I'm so excited for you guys. This is going to be awesome. It is this is definitely couple date. This is a date weekend.
So it's just me and Crystal. We're leaving the kids at home.
It's 2 cigarette smoking.
Oh, my goodness.
I mean, I want you guys smoking cigarettes, drinking, boofing.
I will do that.
I want double sex, twice sex every day, sex in the morning, sex at night.
Hey now.
So the problem is that, and I was telling Twitch this earlier, a cold front just so happens to be coming through on Friday into Denver, which had been hot
perfect.
In March, it was so hot. It was hotter than Orlando. It was hot as hell in Denver.
Perfect for Sublime.
And this time it's going to be 30 degrees.
And a 90% chance of snow. Oh, on Friday, 3 inches of snow.
Oh, will you get the hail?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. We might get the hail.
Oh, if you get the hail, you get to see the fat people getting pelted, and they have to lay flat like a Bobman.
Oh, I'll lay flat. I'll be like, I'm going to get them good.
Yeah, I'm going to get that Sublime
I got
money.
no mo. I'll lay belly first to get pelted in the face. Better for pictures.
This man lost his eyes at Red Rocks.
Bad weather on Friday. Now we are going.
There's no such thing as bad weather, only bad clothing. Okay,
Man, I like that. That is good.
Something I saw online.
I like that.
I'm repeating. But we could just be, you get your toe warmers, your finger
You'll
warmers.
be fine. It'll be once in a lifetime opportunity. It'll be awesome. Even a greater story with snow.
It does feel like we should be in like a more summery weather.
Sublime.
Sublime with snow, though, is a better story. It'll be a bigger story. If it snows while Sublime is playing, I stand.
Yeah,
no one can beat me. I'm saying it will make the news. It's like, check how weird this is. Sublime was playing, tropical band, and look,
like
it's
in
snowing.
mid to late April.
I've only been in stereotypical awesome snow like 2 times in my life, and that's where it's completely no wind and
it's
big,
like the light snow,
and then big fat snowflakes are falling down.
Oh, and it gets so quiet.
I've heard that around. You big fat snowflake. F your feelings.
and big fat snowflakes are falling down where they're like visible everywhere, and it's winter wonderland. And I've seen that twice, and I've been to snowy places a lot.
Yeah,
and the rest of snow stinks, and they think it's that big fat awesome snow, and it's usually like wet, hard, sleety snow.
Sleet snow sucks.
That instantly falls in you and just gets wet because your body temperature or whatever it
and
falls on.
if you're wearing a sweater, you get those little all the little wool. You get all those little wetnings on the top, and then if you touch it, it soaks into your shirt.
Yeah, it's just cold, wet, not fun, big fat snowflakes that you can actually see like the damn snowflake of it. And that's what's going to happen at Sublime.
You're so negative.
I'm
going to be there among a bunch of people.
Wear?
Sharing love, singing together.
Jeans and a hoodie. That's all I have.
You gotta wear a beanie.
No, I'm going to go to Ski World after this.
I cannot wear beanies. I look like a woman.
He does look bad in a beanie.
And there's nothing wrong with looking like a woman. It's just people then call me ma'am.
You get misgendered. You do.
And then they think me and Chris are in a lesbian relationship, which is fine.
It's ma'am. It is ma'am.
It's just, that's how it looks. I have a feminine like face. And I thought that would go away with when I lost weight. It didn't. It just makes me like a skinny
You look
woman.
Ozempic man. You put a beanie on, I'm like, GameStop. Oh, full on GameStop man right here. I love that video. I shouldn't laugh at that video, but it comes up. I'll sit through it, the whole thing.
I call it the homeless woman when I wear a beanie.
Oh, I think that's what I'm doing for my bowling team for Mo.
Yeah, really?
We're doing unhoused, and we're going to trash our whole. We're going to put boxes.
Alley?
We're going to do an alley, and we're going to do boxes and trash, like real trash. We're going to make our whole bowling lane look like a trash.
Are the people who bid with you going to look good?
They all have beards.
Oh,
they all have long beards. SJ's and Ryan and Ghost. So we're all going to look homeless. We're even going to have a dog with goggles. I'm going to bring Dansby and put him in a shopping cart. I've got a whole plan, and we're going to win. We're going to win best dress.
So now there's our friends are going too. Joe and his wife and Andres and Leanne, and the Grizz is running solo.
Okay, whoa, that's dangerous.
Which does
you got an outlier.
throw off the only possibility of, what my fantasy has been is like friends swinging.
You can jack it in the corner.
Wasn't the Grizz showing up solo wasn't the only thing throwing off your fantasy.
Well, one day I thought maybe
he wants Leanne to yell at him to eat his vegetables. I kind of be into that. Like, Leanne is really hot, so she wants to yell at me. I'm totally okay with it.
All of our friends, they're
all hot.
It can't be a coincidence that all of our friends have wives that yell at them. Well, except for one.
Is that me?
Or maybe two, really.
Is that me? Well, I'm not, man. I am not. I don't count. I'm not in the Miami crew.
Well,
Nobody yells.
Leanne yells at Andres.
She's the only one.
And Vanessa yells at James Turkey Leg.
She never yells. Vanessa's never raised her voice at Dana.
Okay, well, who else
He says she does because he's
told me Leanne? Is Leanne the only one? You and Leanne?
Yes.
Everybody else doesn't get yelled at?
You're lumping her in with Leanne?
Well, yeah,
she does not yell at you like Leanne yells. Leanne commands. When she pops it, it's like people are, wah!
Yeah. What was it? She's Cuban and she's that spicy Latina.
Louder. It's a lot louder.
The Latinas are more mean
Crystal
to the husband.
will at least pull you to the side and correct you. Like, you're not going to, or do you light him up now? You don't light him up.
The whites can't and never be as mean as the Latinas are to the husbands. They try to be, and Crystal tries to be mean Latina.
Right, but like she's really mean at yelling, and then she cooks delicious food, serves him on the table.
Yeah.
I'm like a little bit mean, and I cook you frozen chicken. I get some frozen chopped chicken.
I think she's spicier in the bedroom too. I want to see what's that all about. I didn't ask Andres. We never talk about that. Me and my friends, I never talk about how it is in the bedroom, and I'm going to
That's because you're friends with the women too. You can't talk about that.
Yeah,
I'm going to start talking about it.
I'll tell you about mine. Smells in there. Yuck. Like, where am I? Winn-Dixie Fish Counter? Holy smokes. Who am I? Winston? Jameis Winston? I'm stealing crab legs in this bitch.
I got a whiff of one of those at the BDM party.
Oh, Lord. Go Knowles.
If you want to buy or sell a house, the Barmerick team.
Erase that last part.
BartTheRealtor.com. Just text Crystal. Her phone number's on BartTheRealtor.com, and she will let you know. It's free to talk to her about, even, hey, I'm thinking about
what are you doing today?
Here's a picture of my dog.
Anyway, thank you very much.
Hey, you want my phone number? It's 407-865-3863. Send me a text picture of your dog.
All right.
Send her a text picture of your dog.
Is a text picture sound like an old person?
Send me. Print out a copy of your picture of your dog. Take a photo of it and send the photo in the mail to me.
Okay. Man. All right. Did we do any good? No one knows.
It's a bad.
All right. See you tomorrow.